And we are live. We're live right now.
Live again.
Finally.
Number 5.
What's going on, everybody?
Episode 5. After whatever, another brief hiatus, right?
And if you multiply it by 10, if we do 10, we'll be at 50 pretty soon.
Yeah.
Your math is outstanding. But anyways, hello and welcome to the podcast Loosely Related. My name is Rob, and I'll be hosting today's episode. Loosely Related is about topics and just overall doodads of the day that are loosely related with our two compadres who are loosely related. To my left, we have a movie enthusiast, makeshift audio technician, all-around great guy, Joey.
Thank you. Hey, everyone. How you doing? Everyone, welcome back. And as you can see, we have our video. I'm using my phenomenal audio skills to also bring you video. I've started to expand into the world of video.
We are morphing.
We're getting there.
That's a good deal. And goes without saying, to my right is my best friend for the last 10 years.
Can I hide?
He looks like he's 10 years younger than he is, and he acts like a 10-year-old. This is Joe.
I do. I'm 10 years old.
I believe
Hi, everybody.
All right. So how's everybody been doing?
Good, man.
Good.
I just got back from a much-needed vacation.
Yeah.
You know, just,
He's a lazy bastard.
I mean, it's one of the... Listen, you know what? Sometimes you got to just go and you have to be lazy somewhere else. That's what it is. It's a vacation from my laziness at home.
He spreads his laziness all over the place.
All over, yeah.
New York and Massachusetts.
The Northeast area, pretty
He's
much.
like a cancer of laziness throughout the tri-state area.
Yeah.
You know, though, you're not alone. Everybody who ever goes on a vacation, you ever go, you're working, you're going to school, whatever, and you're like, oh, I'm going on vacation, but you need that extra day or two when you get back to like rest from the vacation.
Yeah, no, you
Yes,
do.
yes.
Yeah, I know that feeling, yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's so bizarre. Like, I need a day or two to rest from my rest.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a little bizarre.
When I go on vacation, I want to get I want to get everything. I don't want to miss nothing. So I don't
understand.
sleep. I run around. I want to grab everything that's going on. So when I get home, I need like 2 days to recuperate.
There is like a lot of pressure to have a good time. You're like, oh, we're on vacation. I got to maximize fun.
Yeah, it's I completely agree.
Get
and
the
that's
most
what
of
sucks
your money.
about it. Because like we go up, so like I wasn't gone the whole week. I was gone for like 5 days. So like you could shorten your vacation by 1 day. Oh, instead of doing 7 days, we'll do 6. And just that 1 day, you get in your own head. You're like, oh my God, now I have one less day to go. And I was supposed to go hiking, and then I was going to go mini golfing, and then I was going to go ride bumper cars and drive them off the bridge and kill myself, and whatever this, that, the other thing.
You know what? I hope the bumper car thing. We should make something like that.
Well, that's what we're going to do. Yeah,
we're going to make like an extreme bumper car.
Bumper car where you have to go like almost like mountain biking.
Yeah, it's
but
like
for, bumper
and you're
cars.
like jumping off of jumps, and then it'll be like an X
explosions
Games
going on.
There'll be like an X Games for bumper cars.
You ever seen you guys seen that last remake of Mad Max?
Oh yeah, Fury Road.
Fury Road.
Dude,
right?
that's one of my top 10
He
favorite
loves
movies of
that
all
movie,
time.
yes, he
amazing
does.
movie.
That is
but
number
what if
7
that was
on
like,
my top 10 list.
If you could make bumper cars that insane, that would be awesome.
Hell yeah.
All right, that's what we're working
Absolutely.
on.
Yeah. Speaking of crazy bumper cars or things like that, did you guys see they were making? I don't know if there's one or two of them, but I saw something recently, and I heard a couple people posting online about it. They're making like a Mario Kart.
Are they?
Like
For what?
To make it look like Mario Kart, like
Like a real life, like
a you could play, the guys that you would play
virtual
Mario.
reality Mario Kart.
No, not virtual reality. They like dress up the carts and everything like they would look in a video
okay,
game.
like for bumper cars, or
It's a race. I guess more like a race, like a racetrack.
Oh,
But one of them,
that's awesome.
I don't know if it was across these or here. I wish I had more of the details, but one of them got shut down because they didn't have any licensing by Nintendo.
Right.
I'm sure.
Well, as soon as one person got blown up by the blue shell, where you just throw a head like, oh,
They
shit,
probably
we
didn't
forgot about
have the
fucking
proper asphalt. I can make sure we get the asphalt to them
See,
somehow.
we're good now. Now we get the asphalt.
That might be
thing.
part of it.
That's a big part of it.
And I think the other one, if I'm not mistaken, is like another like very like high level, maybe like done by Disney or something, like the Harry Potter deal they do in Universal.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I think it's
I haven't
supposed to
seen
be
it yet.
pretty
I've seen it.
high end.
The
with
Wizarding
roller
World of Harry
coasters,
Potter.
Right.
Yeah.
I can't lie. I want to go to that.
I want to go so bad.
do
Anyone-
too.
Have you guys been there?
No.
I haven't. What kind of wand would your wand be made of? As far as like, would it be like phoenix tail or unicorn hair?
Honestly, I'd
Or-
probably like cardboard or something.
Yeah. It
Definitely
wouldn't work. It
cardboard.
would be
It
like
wouldn't have-
it would be a Weasley freaking
It'd
like
be very low level.
Now, first of all, Rob would buy his wand like, oh yeah, I met some guy
Oh,
on Craigslist.
no,
who
I
was like,
would.
I
would
met
do
him
that.
like, I got him. I got him down to like $100. I got him. It's not
No,
bad. It's like a 2017, but it's good.
I'd go on Marketplace, Facebook, try to meet somebody, get a wand from there,
Yeah.
Or you'd order from some kind of China.
try to think, and I'd have to
knockoff.
wait.
medium male.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Waiting like
Yeah.
2 months.
2
And-
months.
And
By the
instead of any great powers, you can only like inflate balloons. And,
Yeah,
I
and-
don't know, make
and
your
by the-
bed or something.
And paint the Chinese flag on different like.
No, I wouldn't even
things.
have that because what would happen is by the time the owls test came, I still wouldn't have my
You're
wand.
getting
It would
way
still,
too Harry Potter nerd.
Yeah, no, yeah.
You've immediately
Okay,
lost
so
getting
we
way too-
have 7 listeners left.
Yeah, that's it.
Well, no, I
Okay,
don't
we're
even think we
done.
got that high yet. So
Oh, all right.
All right. So
So negative.
yeah, so Joey came back from a vacation.
I did.
I was just hanging out this weekend. Joe, you must have been lonely. Most of your family was gone on that same vacation.
I had Molly with me,
Yeah,
Our dog.
my little girl, Molly.
Yeah.
She's our
so sweet
mascot. You
today.
might have seen her tail or wagging behind the table a couple
No,
of
in
times
the
during the last
recent episode.
podcast.
Which, by the way, let's
Um,
give a shout out real quick to our better quality video compared to last episode. We now have a
Yeah,
better
yeah.
setup. Every
Um,
episode we get a little bit better with our little setups here.
Yeah,
You
we
know?
had
That's
a
what people were asking for. They were like, "I haven't had enough of your whiny nasal ass voice. Let me see what your beautiful face looks like on top of
Exactly.
it."
yeah. So now we gave
Oh.
you a little bit of our grainy faces in the last video, so we figured we'd upgrade it to a
Well,
little bit better video this
yeah.
time around, and
Little taste.
this way you could see how beautiful we look.
Yeah.
Or
Alright.
whatever. But anyway, yeah. So I mean, I was here. It was fun. It was relaxing. I had worked like 13 straight days in a row at work
Right.
because I had worked last weekend. I ended up a very rare instance where I had to work overtime,
Yeah.
and so I worked overtime last week, and I was just like it was good to be just. Although I missed you guys when you were away, I'm
Oh,
glad
that's
you enjoyed
nice.
yourselves.
Yeah.
I relaxed. I enjoyed myself. Me and Molly did a lot of things. We were playing chess and
Of course.
like backgammon, things
Yeah,
like that.
right.
We played full
Paint-
contact croquet in the backyard for a little while. Paintball.
Right.
Paintball.
Yeah,
She
so
loves paintball.
Basically,
Yeah.
just
She loves paintball. She's pretty good at it.
I bet-
typical
I believe
dog and
Yeah.
dog
She's
relationship.
pretty good. Yeah,
Typical.
no, it's you get to that level with a dog, and it's just if you're a dog owner out there, you know what I'm talking about.
I
Yeah.
mean, listen, the vacation deal. I can relate. I have 4 kids of my own. A date night for my wife and I is like Sam's Club.
Yeah.
We're like, hey, we don't have kids. We're gonna go have a hot dog
Let's
at
not
Sam's Club.
knock
A
this-
hot date night.
First of all, just real quick, the Sam's Club like food court area though, it's legit. They make some good pizzas. Believe it
No,
or
they
not. Like,
actually
I got
they
nothing
actually
against their food.
do because
It's actually not bad.
Sam's Club is Walmart basically, isn't it?
I
That's
honestly
owned by
don't
the
know. I
Walmart.
feel like it is right.
It's owned
Yeah.
by
Yeah,
the
it's
same
just,
Walmart,
it's
too.
just,
Yeah.
yeah.
That makes
So
sense.
yeah, no, and they do it like when you go in. They have that one area in the Sam's. So just all the
Yes.
it's the bakery area
Yes.
Yeah.
and then the pizza area.
Yep.
I'll tell you what worries me about it, though. You go over there and you get this like 5-pound hot dog for a nickel.
Mm-hmm.
It's like 1.5 feet. And then you go over and my wife and her whole family. I don't know what it is with them, but I get that condiments kind of elevate the hot dog, right? It's kind of a basic American fare.
Sure.
But like they're obsessed with condiments. Like all the extra, they have to have mustard. They have to have.
It's
they'll
all
put
free,
mayonnaise
that's
on it,
why,
but
it's free.
They'll put sauerkraut on it. But have you ever gone? You talk about a place to get hepatitis C.
Yeah.
You ever look at the the pumps that they leave out, like the general public
Oh my
uses,
God.
No.
and they have like a
Oh
hacked
my-
up film on the
That's
outside
so
of the pump.
true.
It's so
Oh my
nasty.
God,
and
that's
I'm like,
so
are you sure
true.
you want this? And they won't give you
Oh,
packets. And I'm
God.
like, do you have any packets? And
Yeah.
they're like, no. I'm like,
You know what,
sell
though?
20-pound packets out in the aisle. You don't have them over here. No, they give you these giant nasty pumps. They look like they haven't been cleaned or anything.
Yeah.
It's disgusting.
They're like, and that's the only place you can ever find them too. It's like you don't
Yeah.
see them anywhere else.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
Oh, that's so gross. Oh, that makes me never want to go to Five
Well,
Guys ever again because Five Guys
No,
does that with,
you know,
with the ketchup.
You know the
Oh
trick
my
to it all
God.
is, and I'm not gonna. I'm referring back to a cruise, but you're around a lot of people. People are touching that shit all day. I'm sorry, but people
Yeah.
is touching that pump and they're pumping it. And you don't know where their hands are been.
Absolutely.
People
not.
could be touching their
God.
buttholes. You
Well,
don't know
there's-
where their
well,
hands have
well,
been. You
they-
don't know if they
Well,
clean
based
their
on what I've
hands.
seen you do,
Yeah.
they're
No.
obviously touching your butt.
Yeah,
Yeah, wow.
But here's the difference. I make sure now I sanitize, clean
Yes,
constantly
I
my
believe
hands.
it.
Constantly.
But they do encourage it a lot on
And
cruises, no?
I have. Oh, what they do, and I
They
do
do.
it on a cruise because you're confined with 4,000, 5,000 people on the same ship.
Yeah.
The best way to avoid getting sick on something or getting neurovirus on a ship is to constantly, everywhere you go. Every time there was a sanitizing station, beep, beep,
Right.
I had my hands out there. I was sanitizing my entire body.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And,
Yeah.
and you just, because, people, especially the cruise I was on, it was all kids. Kids are not going to be washing their hands
No,
all the
that's
time.
So gross.
I see
You
my
think
own
about it.
son.
You really,
Yes.
if you
Yeah.
really think about it, right?
I don't want to think about it.
Think
Yeah,
about
me
it.
neither. I remember
So,
when I took microbiology.
but you need
I
to
didn't
think
wanna
about
eat
it because
for
you'll
weeks
protect yourself.
after that.
Oh
But
my
so
God.
going back to the idea of being a parent with multiple kids. Obviously, Joe, you have 3 children of your own, and
Oh, by the way,
it's pretty
speaking
rare.
of parents, I'm
So
sorry.
we're going to talk
Yeah.
about what exactly.
Yeah.
All right, we're on the same page. So I was going to say, being parents with kids. Let's talk about what today's National Recognition Day is.
Well, there's a few of my favorite ones.
All right,
Yeah?
what do we got?
This is
What we
probably
got
my
today?
favorite day of the year.
Wow.
And I
it
did not even
Christmas?
know
I
it
don't
until
know.
I Googled it, or I have the page actually that I check out every time we have a podcast. I look it up, see what today. I should look it up every day, but anyway, I looked it up today, and my favorite day is today.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, now John, the first one is which Rob and I can be recognized for that because
need
it's
to be
National Parents' Day. Yes.
Really?
Right.
Wow. Congratulations.
All right, so we're
guys.
parents.
We're not
all
going
right?
to recognize our significant others because they're not here.
Yeah. Right. Well, you know.
But we'll
Right
shout out.
now.
We'll shout out.
They don't
No, we
exist
better.
outside
We'll shout
of
out
the
to them.
confines of the podcast, right? It's more
We'll
like-
shout out. We'll give a shout out to our significant better halves of
Okay.
ourselves.
Wow.
Yeah. So yeah, and check
No
it out.
shit.
So thank you, Kathleen and Stephanie,
There's
for
like
doing
three-
your
Thanks,
half
Mom.
of the parenting.
Thanks,
Yes, you
Steph.
guys have done
Right.
a wonderful
Appreciate
job,
it.
and you couldn't have done it without us. So
That's right. Where that's the key
Most
point. You
importantly,
really
yeah.
mostly needed us to do it.
yeah.
I mean,
pretty
well,
much.
I
We're
make
the critical
parenting pretty
component.
easily. I'm not.
Yes,
you know.
yeah. So you
You're
can.
an angel,
You
Joe.
should be wishing us
Yeah.
Happy Parents' Day. Okay.
All right, happy Parent Trap Day. You could be the
Okay.
next
Okay.
Lindsay Lohan, parents of Lindsay Lohan. I think she'd love
Who was
that.
the who
You
was
guys
the
would love
original
that.
woman who played the twins?
Oh, I honestly couldn't
Oh,
tell
no,
you.
the original
if my sister
one?
was here, if my
Oh.
sister was
This
here,
is
she'd
good
be on top
topic
of
'cause
that.
we're going to
Yeah.
be talking about it a little later today.
Oh
today.
shit! Spoiler alert.
Spoiler.
Oh,
She's
Spoiler
in.
alert.
I think it was Haley Mills.
Oh wow.
I think
Okay,
so.
I don't even know who that is.
Yep, it was. I love
Should
that
we
movie
Google right
growing
now?
up.
Yeah,
Parent
Haley-
Trap?
yes,
What
I
year did that
know.
come
I believe
out?
it was
Because-
Haley Mills.
Yeah, no, it was. You're right.
1961. 1961.
You're right,
it
because,
was Haley Mills. Holy shit!
Yeah, no,
Rob.
I
Good
know that
shit,
for a
man.
fact
Wow,
Circle gets the
nice.
square.
Yeah. very
Maureen
good.
O'Hara was in that as well.
Oh
She
wow.
played the mother, right?
She played the mom.
That was
Yeah.
an old one then.
Wow. good
So
shit.
anyway, the reason why this is my favorite day is not because it's Parents' Day, but because today is National Milk Chocolate Day.
Wow.
No, National
damn.
Milk Chocolate Day.
That's 2 for
Spread
2
the
Now,
for you.
now you tell me how I am about milk chocolate.
You
Well,
hate it. It's you're
we'll ask your
considerate to
dentist how
be
you
like.
feel
No,
about it.
I'm just kidding. You love
Let's
it. more
ask
than
his
anything in
dentist
your
how he
plan.
feels about it.
Yeah,
It's
Yeah, I
evidence.
only have like.
Ask.
He has 2 teeth left.
I think I only have two.
if
real teeth
if
in
Joe
my
didn't
I thought
speak
you-
and he
like,
just
you're
smiled,
trying-
you would think he's from the South.
You would think
Yeah, no.
like,
If it weren't for like modern medicine and the fact that I actually have medical benefits, I would not have any teeth in my
Yeah,
head.
Nothing
that's
against
true.
for the people from the South. I'm not asking you guys for directions,
No, it's
but I
all
still
right.
love your biscuits.
Listen. I don't want to be behind you in line at the bank, but at the same time, I totally love your biscuits. The biscuits are amazing.
They
Right.
are good.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
they're
and your
amazing.
chicken's pretty dope too.
Yeah,
Well, let's put that out
exactly,
there.
yeah.
No, it's
Okay?
it's amazing.
All right.
Yeah.
And
So,
grits, you have to get into
National
grits. But anyway,
Milk chocolate. What about? Do you think they have
No, wait,
national,
wait.
like dark chocolate
no,
day?
they might. I'm sure they do.
Don't upset
But
the
guess
others.
what?
What?
Buffalo Soldier.
Don't tell me it's. Is it?
Buffalo Soldier.
No way. Don't tell me it's national. Is it National Bob Marley Day? Is that a
No,
thing?
it's
Oh.
National Buffalo Soldier Day.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that was on the nose.
That's an
Right.
actual thing. Okay.
That's what
I
it
hate
says.
to admit
I mean,
this,
that's
but
cool. It's
what the
respectful, I
hell is a
guess.
buffalo soldier? I
It's
don't
the
even know
guys.
what that is.
Yeah. Well, I mean, first of all, listen. Buffalo are not just for eating. Like some of them
No.
did want to serve their country in some capacity
I
or
love
another.
buffalo
and
chicken day. I
They
love that.
volunteered
You
their
can't
time
eat a
to fight
buffalo
for
soldier.
our freedom.
What is a buffalo soldier?
A Buffalo Soldier is a. I don't Google it. I don't know. You guys got computers.
All right,
Google
so
the
if
damn
I'm
thing.
gonna,
Soldier.
I believe I do know, and I didn't want to sound like a know-it-all, but if I'm not mistaken, Buffalo Soldiers were the name given to African American soldiers in
Oh,
the
I-
Civil War.
It could have been.
Oh, really?
I
Let's
believe
find
that. I
out.
believe.
Oh, actually,
that's what it
I think you're
was.
right.
Yes,
Google
I do
that to
believe
make sure.
that.
Alexa, what is the definition of a Buffalo Soldier?
Buffalo soldier is a noun meaning formerly, especially among American Indians, a
Oh.
black soldier.
A black soldier. There you go.
All right.
There
Good
you go.
job, Joe. You
Hey,
got
look
it.
at
You're
that,
smart.
man. There you
Wow.
go.
Finally got an answer correct.
Finally,
Well,
well, I mean, you know,
a history question
John
correct.
Henry embarrassed me so
I
much.
feel
John, no,
bad,
it embarrassed me because I was making the connection with
We
John Henry
probably,
and lumberjacks, and
Yeah.
I'm sure you guys will beat me over the head for that for the next 10 years.
Well, you know.
I hope we didn't show our ignorance too much. I'm sorry that I didn't know that, but thank
Oh,
you to
we-
those Buffalo Soldiers.
we
yeah,
show our
Alright.
ignorance in some areas and our intelligence in others.
As I
So-
say all the time, don't scrutinize this information too much or you won't enjoy it.
Yeah, seriously.
We're not Google. We're almost as good as Google, but we're not quite Google.
We will have to have an interactive live.
Here's the thing: is we're loosely related to Google. It's that simple.
Right.
That's really
and,
what it
and
is.
Alexa
Yeah.
or Susie. Didn't we call her Susie? I keep forgetting to call her Susie.
Susan, we called her.
But anyway, she didn't hear me, so that's good. Anyway,
There we go.
so there's always 4 for some reason.
Is
I don't
there?
know why there's always 4 days,
Okay.
but the 4th is also one of my favorite ones too. It's National Water Park Day.
Oh,
Which
National
is
Water
fun,
Park
too.
Day.
Pretty
Let's
cool.
clap it up
So we
for
can
that.
give a
Oh,
shout
right.
out to Splashdown over there. We're in
Oh yeah.
in
Fishkill.
Fishkill,
New
Yeah.
York.
Fishkill, New York.
Right
Happy
where
National
we
Water
live.
Park Day in Fishkill.
I
have,
don't know if we should be tipping our hats to the Fishkill Water Park splashdown all that quickly. They are
They
a
have
little
fallen-
ridiculous.
They,
Why
they've
is that?
also fallen off the freaking cliff.
They're
No,
like-
they expanded from what I
They
understand.
have upped it a little bit, but I'm just
yeah?
saying they have these rides that they're just like daring you to get hurt, like the half pipe thing my kids wanted to go on. Plus, they charge you mad money for
No,
like
it's
5
not
slides.
cheap to get on there. No.
No, they charge you a good amount of money
Yeah.
for like a half day there. What is
Really?
it, like $40 now a
Wow,
kid?
are you serious?
Something like that.
That's like Mountain Creek. Mountain Creek is pretty good. I went to Mountain Creek.
I have not been there since they
Went to
changed
Mountain
from.
Creek.
I've never been. I'd love to go there though. It's one of the.
They
places
have
I've always
so
wanted to
we
visit.
went on. So I'm not a big like I have nothing against heights. Like I used to rock climb,
I hate heights.
but I'm not really big with like roller coasters and things like that and big drops and things. But
hate
when
them
I
much.
went there, I went with a bunch of friends, and of course they all convinced me. They have a fairly, probably in the top 5, I would say, tallest water slides. I would
yeah.
say it has to
We
be.
were just
Really?
I got up there.
Joe
It's
was
so
telling
high.
me about that. You were telling us last week. Joe was telling
Yeah.
us last
Wow.
week about the private island, right? Isn't
private
that, like,
island.
The next year I'm going on the Coco
Coco Cay,
the
what
Coco
is it?
Key for it's a Royal
Cay.
Caribbean private
Coco
island
Cay
and Coco
what?
Key
Is it?
Coco Key
Coco
is
Cay,
they have
sorry.
a
I kept thinking he was saying Coquille. I was like, I love Coquille.
Coquille.
Who doesn't love Coquille?
yeah
I don't know if
it's a really good cereal.
151.
Yeah.
I'm only
Oh
kidding.
my
Puerto Rican
goodness.
rum 151 and Spanish eggnog. There you go.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Coquito.
Coquito, is that what that is? Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Coquille are actually the
Sorry.
little like lizard type things they have in Puerto Rico, and they sound like they're going.
This is a random question,
Coquille.
but you just reminded me of something. So like,
Coquille, I guess.
do you know how like every country kind of has like their signature beverage? You have like the signature liquor, like Ireland is Jameson, and
Right.
you know Germany might be like Beck's, or I mean Beck's is kind of a weird example, but whatever. Let's say Beck's, whatever. You've obviously were in the Navy. You went to a lot of a lot of countries that were sort of not exactly they were sort of third world nations. When you were in some of these nations, they ever have like a signature sort of drink? That
Yeah,
you
they
went there
drank
and never
Beck's
have, or-
and Jameson.
Yeah,
no,
there you go.
they do. A lot of them do, and I don't want to misspeak on any of them.
Okay.
A lot of them, they have things that you have, but become traditional in the way they consume them.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So, like when we were in Greece,
Yeah.
a big thing was like whatever the beer was. It was probably common in their area. I don't remember what the beer was. Like
yeah.
whatever. But it was this, and I don't know if it's just for tourists, but they would have, I think it was a pint and a quart, and it was shaped like a glass boot.
Wow.
And when you
What the
drank
hell?
it, you had to kind of twist it at the
Oh,
end, or
yes,
it'll create a
yes.
big bubble and just
Yes.
splash you in your face.
Yeah.
So there
Oh
was
my
that,
God, wow.
and
Can you demonstrate for us?
just like
I'll go get a boot. We have a boot.
All
I
over,
think.
yeah, we have a booth
Yeah.
somewhere.
No, we
Uh,
actually have a glass boot. Don't we have that glass boot?
We used to have that.
Yeah.
you had a
right.
glass slipper that you lost that night that you were in the ball.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
really
And
sad.
They had to
Something with
come
a-
and try to fit them on
there
you
was
to
some-
see if you belonged
Something
with
with
the
a
prince
pumpkin
or
or
something.
some shit like
Yeah.
that. There was some kind
It
of
was
that.
it was a very. I don't
It
know
was
why
a
you guys had
strange
to
year.
bring that
It was a
up.
strange year.
that was a weird time. That was like it was like 1998.
Very strange
something.
time
It
in
was
my
weird.
life,
It was
yes.
a weird year.
All right.
But yeah, no. I mean, talking about the whole like vacation thing. Not to go back too much though. But so we went up to the Northeast, and it's a beautiful town. Went to Massachusetts, whatever. It's sort of a small town, but it's
Yeah,
funny
it's an
because
artsy-fartsy town.
you go to some of these like these sort of like more off in the distance towns. Maybe like you have to like it feels like you're crossing like 3 bridges in a forest. Like you know what I'm saying? Like you're kind of going off to a place that is definitely very secluded. I guess is sort of the best way to put it. And when you're out there, you it feels so peaceful. Like I'm telling you, like. It's not a vacation you would go to where you're gonna be doing crazy fun stuff every single day, going out and doing roller coasters
Like
or going on.
excitement.
Yeah, but it's so peaceful.
Does it feel like a
it's
jump back in time?
It's weird because you feel like like there's it's so quiet. It's weird because like we live not in the business, like we don't live in an urban location, but we live in a
close to
fairly
it,
but like fairly close.
Yeah,
But it's so
relatively
quiet.
speaking, yeah.
It's so quiet, and it's almost like eerie at some points when you're walking around.
I don't know
know?
if this is in the area where you were, Joey.
Yeah.
But I thought there was a place in Massachusetts that has. I probably said it so poorly, but I thought there was a place where they have their own currency or something.
Really?
Do
I
you
don't
know
know.
about that?
No, I don't know about
I think
that.
it's a
no.
small
Find that
town or
out.
something.
Yeah.
I could have swore.
I'm not
But
sure.
I might
about
be
that.
misspeaking. I thought there was something like that.
Well, listen. I mean, I don't know. I would be surprised if if this place had it because they felt so secluded, where you felt like you were in a different country. It's like at a certain point, and it is so beautiful. Like we go up, it's so. I mean, during the summer, during the winter, it's a ski resort. So of course, like I'm sure it's a lot more packed in the winter, and
Do
you
they have good
obviously
slopes
realize
there,
that.
or, like-
I mean, so I went skiing there. That's the only spot that I've ever been skiing to was at this place. So we have a timeshare up there. And it's pretty good, but it's just during the summer. It's just it's so quiet, and it's like it's nice to not have to hear people, and it lets you kind of think. Like I'm not one to sit on a deck, and just sit out there and just sort of
take in the
ponder on my
nature and
thoughts.
stuff,
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly.
I don't want to be left alone with
But,
my thoughts. I'll tell
yeah.
you that right now.
But for some reason, when you're up there, you can't even help but think positive. Like even when you want to be like. I've never experienced depression. I've never gone through what that's like, thank God. But I can imagine that even if you did, when you're out there, I can't help but always just be in a good mood. I don't know why. It's a weird thing. It's a
I
weird
wouldn't
thing.
wanna
Because
be
you
up
know what
there
is- it's
depressed, 'cause if
peaceful
you
up
killed
there.
yourself,
Yeah.
nobody'd
And
find you.
Yeah, right.
I would probably go up there more often, except it brings back really bad memories for me.
Unfortunately.
So I just don't. Besides the fact that I
Sorry to
find
hear
it
that.
boring, actually, I do find
I'll-
it boring,
You're more like active.
Because-
You want to have stuff to do.
and
You
I don't
wanna
want
keep
to. I don't want to end up running into the housewives of freaking New York or whatever they are.
Hillbilly?
The
Up in-
housewives of NYC or whatever.
NYC. They love going
They
to
actually do. They go
the
to
Red
the
Line
Berkshires.
Inn,
They
and
go
they're
to
up in
the
the
Berkshires all
Berkshires.
the
They actually
time.
have an
Oh my
episode where
God.
they're on there. I do not want to
They
run
did.
into them.
Okay.
All right,
fair
but
enough.
but it is boring, and I had a bad accident in the car that I
Oh,
got, and
car
I only had it
accident.
for
That-
3
That red
days.
Honda?
My black
Black
Honda
Honda.
Civic.
Oh, it's
I
a
bought it
black
on a
Honda Civic.
Wednesday
Beautiful
and totaled it on a Friday in the Berkshires.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I
Rough.
remember that sounded like a pretty bad accident.
so it kind of brings back bad memories for me. So on
no,
top
I
of on top
understand
of
that.
everything else, I don't
Yeah.
want. I just have no interest in going. I just not. I,
Rightfully so.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't want to shift gears too much, but teasing more about what we'll be doing in a little while. I think everybody here are at least somewhat enthusiastic about cinema and movies. I know
Yes.
Joey's definitely into it. I'm pretty sure Joe really likes your documentaries and historical information. And of course, I certainly enjoy the Marvel MCU, and I really like old time movies and new time movies. But before I get into what we're going to be doing today,
I'm going to
I
cheat because I
know
can
that
see a
Joey-
screen if this is like a test.
I know that
Well,
Joey
alright.
was got to see a few movies this weekend,
Oh, it did.
and one of them was something I've really been looking forward to. I'm told it's a little slower pace, it's
Let
a
me-
little
let-
more
let-
dialogue driven, but I'd really like to hear at least without any spoilers. 'cause
Yes,
this
without
movie
any
just
spoilers.
came out. Could you tell us a little bit about Tarantino's latest efforts in
Without
for Once
spoilers.
Upon a Time in Hollywood?
Well, all right, yes, absolutely, and I'm very glad you asked me about that. I'm so happy to hear that. So I just saw it literally yesterday. It was such a phenomenal film. So yeah, definitely the biggest complaint that I seem to be hearing is that it definitely falls slow in certain aspects. It's typical Tarantino. He's very dialogue driven.
Right.
You know, he loves to write and focus so much on the quality of a dialogue, but sometimes I think he gets a little bit too, he dives a little bit too in depth, where it's like, okay, you could maybe cut out certain aspects of it and shorten the film a little bit, and you could sort of be a little bit more concise.
Yeah, because
I
this
suppose-
timing is what,
yes.
2 hours and change, right?
It's
Joe?
it's about 2 hours 45 minutes. I want to
Yeah,
say,
it's a
give or
pretty
take.
long movie.
Yeah, and I mean, it could have been shorter if he just shortened up some of those dialogue scenes. But he loves to have. I mean, like, there's so much finite detail in every line of dialogue. I love it. I love his writing. He's a phenomenal director, but most people don't know this about Quentin Tarantino. He's never won an Oscar for Best Director. The one Oscar he does have
Snubbed.
is for he won Best Adapted Screenplay for Django Unchained, or I'm sorry, Best Original Screenplay for Django Unchained. And he's a phenomenal writer, almost as good as he is a director. But anyway, so the movie itself
He's
is a
almost like
phenomenal
caviar
film.
in a way. You have to have a. You have to.
Taste for it?
Yeah, you have to like.
Yes.
Learn your appetite, whatever it's
Well, you know
called
what I
in
say?
language.
I always say like he's like a gin.
But I love him. I think it's
Yeah.
amazing. I think stuff. It's not for everybody what he produces.
Yes,
but
I agree.
his stuff is just. You look at it and it's like, wow.
Yes.
You know what I mean? It's like, how does he
like,
think?
well, he's fucking crazy.
Didn't he do the vampire movie? What was that called?
From Dusk Till
From
Dawn.
Dusk Till
He
Dawn.
did do that.
I watched that movie when I watched it when I was high one night, and I
Yeah.
didn't know what it was. I was sitting downstairs. I
Freaks
put the
you out,
movie
I bet.
on,
Can't
and it was
imagine.
just it starts out in the beginning where it's just people getting
You
kidnapped.
think it's normal.
And
yeah.
it's just the normal
Yep.
kidnapping,
Yep.
and I had
Yes.
literally, I didn't know what the movie was about. I never heard of it.
Yep.
Didn't know what I was even watching.
Yep.
And then it turns into this freaky deaky
Vampire.
typical movie, you know.
Yes.
And
Yes.
that's how all his movies are. They just have these things that just like, you just completely like what?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, that's how he
exactly.
is.
So
But-
give us a quick, just a quick synopsis.
Okay.
And the best
So-
of and the worst of the movie.
Okay, well, I would say so. All right, so first things first. So, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood follows an aging actor by the name of Rick Dalton, who is played by Leonardo DiCaprio, and it sort of follows his he's reached sort of the twilight of his career, and his best friend is also his stunt double, who is a man by the name of Cliff Boyd, who is Brad Pitt. And it essentially just sort of follows how his career is beginning to sort of fall off the wagon a little bit, and he's trying to find different avenues to stay relevant. And his friend, his stunt double has become almost more of like his valet, his butler at this point, because he's not working as much as he used to. But they're still very
So
best
his role
friends.
has changed.
Yeah, but Brad Pitt loves Leonardo DiCaprio. He really looks up. He treats him like, listen, you need to like, you're Rick fucking Dalton. He says to him at one point in the movie, like, don't forget who you are. He really believes in him. But the whole movie follows him, and then at the same time, there's sort of a parallel story going on with Margot Robbie playing Sharon Tate. So the whole big thing is it's sort of Sharon Tate, and it follows the storyline,
Right,
and of
know.
course the Manson family.
Right.
And unfortunately, the
That'd
very
be
horrific.
interesting. I'd like to see his
Manson
take
murders.
on that. That would kind of
Yeah.
be
I
I'm
don't want to hear
looking forward
too
to seeing
much
the movie.
about that, but I feel like they might have tied her in for that.
Yes, exactly. And I think, Tarantino wanted to draw the parallel of what was happening at that time in Hollywood. And
Okay.
I think he was sort of trying to tell the story of what it was like in Hollywood during the time of, like this era. And then, of course, during these horrific murders, which literally was a turning point in Hollywood history, But it
All right.
follows this. So, I mean, the high points, I would say, first of all, Leonardo DiCaprio, if he does not get nominated for an Oscar, I would be shocked. It was phenomenal.
You
His
loved him.
acting, unbelievable.
Wow.
He's a phenomenal actor. He's becoming
High
more and
praise.
more one of my favorite. I cannot stress enough how phenomenal he was. Margot Robbie plays Sharon. You forget that it's Margot Robbie at certain points.
Really?
She's
Is
so
that
much
good?
like
She
Sharon
was
Tate.
good.
That's when
unbelievable.
that's when
She's
you know
phenomenal.
something is really good.
Yeah,
when
you
when
forget
like,
it's her, right?
When you can look at an actor or an actress
Yeah.
and just completely forget that the person is the actress or
Yes.
the actor.
That's good. So
Like
she was
when
you-
the Iron Lady, when
Yes.
like she became
Meryl Streep as Margaret Thatcher.
yeah, I mean
she
she
had to
became
become
Margaret
it
Thatcher.
because the movie
Yes.
was.
She's my
Yeah.
favorite.
Iron
I like
Lady.
that movie.
It wasn't. It was
But
okay.
no, it's
it
a-
wasn't
it's-
great.
it's-
It's not a particularly
It,
great.
it- it's a
film.
good movie. The only reason what makes it a good movie, it is a good historical type movie about a
Is
woman
it?
who has
Okay.
power in England.
That's
But
good.
and it's a boring movie. It's not hard. It's not easy to watch.
No, but I mean,
I'm
there
not
are
gonna give you
movies
that.
that aren't exciting and great, but they are a tour
But-
de force for acting.
But
That was
the,
like Darkest
the
Hour.
acting of that movie, her acting,
Darkest Hour, yeah.
her acting in that movie was just absolutely astounding.
One
No,
of the-
I hear you.
and
Sometimes that
one of the
carries
best.
it.
Yeah.
She's the greatest female actress in the history of Hollywood, as far as I'm
Hands down.
concerned.
Hands down.
But okay, so Rob, let me just get back to what you asked, because you found something very obscure here,
Yeah.
and I wanted to
What's
point
that?
this out
Oh, okay.
to our people out there.
Viewers.
You know, you were right, and it's
Oh.
funny that you said that. I
Oh,
don't
we
know
should
how
talk
you
about
knew
that.
it. I don't know how
Oh,
you knew
all
it.
right. Well, let's just keep.
But
let's
it
focus on that a little bit
says-
more.
It says here, Magiro frowns on the dollar, preferring something else called the Berkshires. The currency is available only in the Berkshires region of the western Massachusetts. The areas which long ago embraced the organic and shop local movement decided in 2006 to take a step further by
In
creating its own currency.
2006.
Town leaders hoped
Wow.
it would encourage people to shop only in stores in the Berkshire County.
Wow.
So you
Rob,
can actually, and I didn't
how
even know
the-
that. How many years have we been going up there and we didn't even
shit.
know they had their own currency? We
Get
could have
the
gotten their
That's
own
a weird
currency.
thing. I don't know exactly the facts of how it came.
That's
across,
crazy.
But my dad was
How did you-
relaying a news article to me, and we were debating. This is already, I don't know, 5-6 years ago when we were talking about the state of gold and money, and is it going to crumble, and should we go back to other sources of another standard?
It's kind of an
Yeah.
interesting concept.
And,
It is.
It really is.
And we found an article that was based on that, and they were like, it was an example of how currency may need to change.
Yeah.
If it's going to be a world currency or is it too fragmented? Anyway, I just vaguely remembered it.
Well, you vaguely was completely correct.
No,
I don't know. It's very odd.
But
yeah.
it's weird. That's such an obscure thing to know that we've been
Yeah.
going up there for since 2005.
So we were trying to figure this out.
Since
yeah,
2005.
Yes.
And
yep.
in 2006, they have a currency
Yeah, 'cause Mom
available
said 13
that
years.
you can
so
go
yeah.
and actually exchange your U.S. dollar for a Berkshire, and you can buy stuff in the local shops in the Berkshires for the
Holy
Berkshires.
shit! No way.
Yes, you can.
That's
We
crazy.
never knew that.
No, we
We
never
had to
knew
wait
that.
till this moment on the
13 years.
podcast,
That's
podcast
crazy.
number
That drives me
5,
nuts.
to find out that
Wow.
there's Berkshires that we
That's
can
insane.
shop in the Berkshires.
That's crazy.
Not even the housewives of NYC know that.
I believe that.
I know that
believe
before
shit.
then.
I believe
So,
that shit.
okay. So staying on filmography
Okay,
and
sure.
cinema.
Yes.
And because obviously we're speaking about Quentin Tarantino today,
Yes.
I would just like to.
You're playing right into Joey's hands,
I'm
you
gonna
know.
Yeah.
give you a list
It's almost unfair.
of a handful because he's done too much.
He's done.
Not
yeah.
where he was primarily the actor, although he does act small parts often in his movies, and not where he was strictly the writer. Only movies which he directed, and not even all the movies because it's just too much. I'm going to give you guys a few, give you a second or two. You tell me which is the top 1 or 2, and only 1 or 2. You can't go through all of them, all right?
Okay. All right.
Okay, so
I
we're
have
going to
no
go
chance
with
here.
From Dusk Till Dawn,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
Joe, you were just talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
The Hateful Eight,
Yeah.
The Django Unchained,
Right.
Mm.
Inglourious Bastards,
Okay.
Reservoir Dogs, Kill Bill 1 and 2.
Okay.
Oh.
So you want us to rank those in terms of what we think is the best to
Just
worst,
the
or
first 1 and 2.
Like as
First
far
one
as
and
what?
two.
As far as like popularity
Just-
of the movie,
No,
our
success?
personal
your
preference.
personal preference,
Yeah.
and give me an idea.
Kill Bill
of
1
why.
and 2.
Why?
that's
Okay,
I believe that.
So
I
Joe
completely
came
believe
to
that's
that very
true, yeah.
quickly. So
I
tell me
believe that.
about why Kill Bill 1 and 2. And
I
we're
just
gonna
think.
we're just gonna say they're bookends. They're one movie. Okay,
Oh,
for the
Yes.
they are
purposes-
one movie,
Okay.
and they're just so crazy Quentin Tarantino type movies, but they have such a great story to them. Like the story, of course, is good. Blood everywhere.
Yeah,
The
of
movie
course, yeah.
is blood, just nothing but blood most of the time, and it's about what's the woman? The main
Uma
woman's
Thurman.
name? Uma Thurman, right? I should know that. I don't remember names, so
That's
I have to
all right.
refer to my
No
son for the
worries.
names. I might have to refer to Rob for names. What is my name, Rob?
I don't remember.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Judy Garland.
Judy Garland. So,
Oh, I love doing those movies.
Yeah.
as Judy Garland, I'm saying that I just think it's such a cool, such an interesting movie. It's a great story about a woman who wants her revenge on her boyfriend who tries to kill her and her entire.
He
if you haven't
more or
seen
less
it already,
does kill them all.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert.
and spoiler alert if you haven't seen it.
Although I was right in
at
the
this
first
point,
5 minutes of the movie, so it's like all right.
it's pretty quickly in the beginning
Yeah.
of the movie. If you see 1 and 2, and it's just to me, it's just a great story of.
What was the ultimate hit called? The Five Finger Palm?
Oh, it was the 5.
I'm gonna see if either
Finger-
one of you can get it because I obviously
Hold
know
on,
what it
five.
is. 'Cause that's my
The
brain.
Five Palm. I don't remember.
was the
Close. Rob's close. Dad, what do you got?
5-fingered. I can't remember.
The 5-point palm
Oh.
exploding heart technique.
Ah, damn it!
It was
I should
pretty
know that.
awesome.
Badass.
Yeah, and she was the only one who knew it, other than the guy.
The
from
guy,
he-
Paimei.
Paimei
was
from
his name.
he was the original teacher.
He taught Bill
Yeah.
how to fight. Yep.
Right.
He was
Yep.
badass.
He was badass.
But didn't she kill him? at one point?
No.
She
So,
went to fight him or something. I can't
so-
remember.
No, when
They
they
What
could-
is
I
that-
wish
what
I
is
could
that
remember
training,
woman's
he was
name?
whooping her ass.
He
What
was
is the
whooping her
woman's
ass, which-
name? The other blonde actress in
snake?
that movie.
The Black
who-
Mamba.
No, not the Black Mamba was.
She was-
She was also
her.
trained by that guy
She
too.
But
was.
the other
Uma Thurman
girl.
was Black Mamba.
Who was the other
Um,
woman?
And then you had the
I don't
what's
know
her
the
name?
actress's
Lucy
name.
Liu.
Lucy Liu. Yes.
No.
She
not
was
her.
badass too.
She was also badass, but no, it's the other blonde woman. They apparently her and Uma Thurman hated each other. Daryl Hannah.
Daryl
Hannah,
Hannah. Yes.
They hated each other.
She's
Yes.
one of Charlie Sands.
Yes.
or something?
So she killed.
Do you remember
Paimei.
her name from the movie? She had a-
No, you remember it?
She was the other sword fighter,
I-
right?
Yes.
And
Yes.
she kills the guy.
They were all
in,
sword fighters, though. Even
Yeah, but
Lucy
well,
Liu is a good sword
Yeah.
fighter too.
Yeah, but she was the one where she has the fight in the mobile home, right?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. And they
she
pulled
gets
her
him
other
the
eye out.
snake.
Yes.
Yep.
Spoiler
Oh, yeah,
alert.
That was awesome.
Yeah, it was pretty.
Well,
bad.
again,
Yes.
as we often say, if you
She
haven't
pulled her
seen this
first-
from 8 years ago,
She
or
pulled her first
more,
eye
At a
out, and then
certain
she pulled her
point, there's
second eye
definitely-
out.
There's yeah,
This
right.
came out
Yeah.
Right.
a long time ago, so you should have seen it.
Yeah,
It's
you
a
should've
great
seen it
movie.
by
I
now.
think I think he has a lot of great ones, but I can watch. That's the one
So
movie
you
I
would
can
put
watch over
volume
and
1
over
and 2.
and over again.
I believe that you would.
Yeah.
I believe
Alright.
that.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
So
I believe
do you
that.
agree with me?
No. I'm
Right.
saying I believe that you. That
Yes.
makes sense. I would pick that
Yeah,
for you.
yeah.
I
All
think
right,
for
so
you.
I'm gonna go back to it from his
Okay,
director.
yes.
We're listing the ones that we think. What is your 1 or 2 out of it? From Dusk Till Dawn, The Hateful Eight, The
Right.
Django Unchained, Kill Bill, 1 and 2, obviously, Inglourious Bastards, and that's it. Which one?
Okay. Well, I would say, first of all, for me, it's easy. Number 1 is easy. My favorite Quentin Tarantino film is Django Unchained.
Good.
Django Unchained to me
that would
is
be my next one. Yeah.
Django Unchained to me goes in and out of my top 10. So, like, my family has.
He has a large top 10
We have this funny joke where I literally have a written down top 10
for
favorite movies of
everything
all time
involving
like,
movies.
and I
actors,
literally
directors,
I frequently go in and change it out. And I literally have it written
and he
down.
memorized too.
And Django Unchained frequently goes in and out of my top number 10 spot. I love Django Unchained. I think Django Unchained is one of the more flawlessly well written films. Again, his dialogue, Christoph Waltz in that movie is
good.
just
I
unbelievable.
I love it.
God,
It is
He
a
is
good,
amazing.
it's
so
great,
great.
great
Leonardo
movie.
DiCaprio in that movie just knocked it
Again,
out
it's
of
not
the
for
park.
everybody, but
Yeah.
you have to.
But that's my
so,
favorite. That's my
yeah.
favorite Tarantino. It's one of my favorite films. It's not my favorite Tarantino film. And then I
He
would
gets away with a
honestly
lot
say
of stuff as
the
as a
problem for
director.
me is this: I love *Inglourious Bastards*. The
That's my
problem with that
favorite.
movie is that I feel like it hits its lulls at certain aspects of it. I'm not a big fan of the French woman's aspect of it. You know, like whenever it goes to her chapter, the woman, I forget her name at this point, but. Her story was cool, and her revenge at the end of the movie. If you haven't seen it,
Shoshana.
yeah, Shoshana.
Oh wow, that's great.
Shoshana.
Good job.
Wow, good shit, Rob. Nice. There you go. Perfect.
I was
So
gonna look it up, but I'm
when
so
you
such a
remembered
slow typer. It
her-
would take me like the podcast would be over by like 3
Yeah,
days by the time I
by
actually
the time you
typed it and figured it out.
exactly.
So
But like her story was good. It was too much of a lull for me where I can't rightfully put in my top 10. So I think I would put Kill Bill Volume 2.
Oh, really?
As number 2.
oh really?
I'll
Wow.
put that at number 2. I love Volume 2.
How can you put Volume 2 in without Volume 1? You got to see the whole movie. You
Well,
can't,
no, I mean I've
from a
seen
person
them
who's
all.
just put it from the perspective of a person who's never seen it before. You can't watch Volume 2 without seeing Volume 1.
So you're saying you got to put Volume 1.
Yeah,
as number
there's one move. It's like
I
Rob
see what
said.
you're saying. I see what you're saying. Yeah,
So you
I
can't
mean,
if you're not going to put it in your.
Well, all right, so that's a great point you just brought up because all
Yeah.
right, so like it's so funny that you're saying this. So one of the things, if we could just keep stay on the topic of filmography, I don't want to call out any names, but recently I got my brother's girlfriend. Me and my brother got his girlfriend into Marvel movies now, so she started to watch a lot of them, and she's been catching up. So they were doing this all in preparation to go see Endgame the other night. And it's always funny because, so the other night when we sat down, I have Avengers Infinity War in 4K because I'm an insane MCU fan. So we're sitting down to watch it. I'm like, all right, so did you see Captain America Civil War? She goes, no, I didn't see that. Did you see Winter Soldier? No, I didn't see that. Okay, did you see Guardians Volume 2? No, I didn't see that. Did you see Thor Ragnarok? Thank God she said yes, she did see Thor Ragnarok. Thank God for that. But she saw certain ones, but I think it was just, I'm sorry, apologies for that. But anyway, my point is that I felt that, when you are sitting down to see these movies, I realized that Infinity War to me that's in my top 10. It's again my number top 10. That's number 9 in my top 10 list of all time.
See, he has a very specific list.
Yeah, I really do. But I realize now if it's number 9 for you, if you've seen all 21 MCU films, because as soon as you miss one, you're like, okay, who's this character that
Yeah,
I'm
you
supposed to
can
care
miss a
because they
lot.
died?
It's-
Like, I don't even know who they were.
It's a saga. It's like a James
know?
Bond saga, but it's
Yes.
a James Bond saga.
Yes. But
that
James Bond is better,
involves,
though, because
like
they...
10 different James Bonds.
Yes, exactly.
That
yes.
all interact with
that
each other
all
that you have to know
yes, yes. That's a
Right?
great way to put it. Yes.
about. And
yes.
yeah, you know what
Yes.
I mean?
That's a good point. Yeah.
That's a great way
And
to put it.
if you miss one of them, even
Yeah.
Black Panther, Black
Even-
Panther is a
even-
very,
yes,
very
yes,
key movie to that
yes,
whole thing.
it is.
You
Yes.
need to see them all
Yep.
in the new universe
Yep.
to really kind of understand. And even seeing them all, you can still miss some.
Oh, hell yeah,
Because
absolutely.
there's so much.
21 films later, you're like, wait, what happened in Iron Man 2? I don't remember Iron Man 2.
Now they're like resetting, right?
Yeah, so
Right,
now
right.
basically they're resetting now. But I
Sort
just,
of, yeah.
but that's the
On some of the movies, they're resetting.
some of the movies
like
they
the
are.
like the the four, whatever they are, the
Fantastic
Four. They're
gonna
rebooting that one.
Completely rebooting it.
Maybe they should just let that go.
Yeah, that was the big announcement at Comic-Con, by the way. That was the big one. They're redoing that.
And they're rebooting.
God.
They're
Yeah. So
rebooting the
bad.
Wolverine character. They're going to have the
Yeah.
Wolverine character and the Scarlet Witch and a bunch of other characters.
Scarlet
are
Witch, by the way, is awesome.
Badass.
Yeah,
That's
no.
such an underrated
Badass.
character.
So
I'd
Rob,
watch the whole damn movie Scarlet
I
Witch,
cannot
buddy.
agree more,
Awesome.
man.
Awesome
Cannot
character.
agree. It's my
But-
favorite female character
So
in
awesome.
the whole universe.
But even how they portrayed it, even in Infinity Wars, is nothing compared
Yes.
to what the actual Scarlet Witch
Dude,
is.
I totally think
in
she
the
can
comics,
wreck
right?
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
majority of these.
Yes.
She has way more power. She's
All
one
right.
of the most powerful characters.
So I'm
Yes.
going to rein it in back a little bit.
Okay.
Going back to Quentin Tarantino.
Yes.
And I'm going to hold one thing off for a second because I know there's an obvious Tarantino film that I left off. And I wanted to throw that in as kind of a wrench here at the end. But I would say my favorite is, and I know this is probably not most people's favorite, although I don't think it's ill-regarded.
Reservoir Dogs, you're going to say?
I do love Mr. Pink.
Oh, yeah.
Harvey
I don't think I've
Keitel.
ever heard of
But
that
no,
one.
going back to Quentin, my favorite is Inglourious Basterds.
Oh, okay, fair enough. That's
It-
good. That's
my
solid. That's
favorite
solid.
scene is not from Inglourious Basterds. It's actually from your favorite movie.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go into it because I can never do it justice. It's highly
Joey could. Joey-
inflammable.
I know what scene you're going to
and
say.
but
Joey
when they-
could actually-
the KKK comes across them and they're in the horse and wagon. I love Christoph Waltz. Amazing actor. Like
Yeah.
I just can't
Yeah,
say
no,
enough
he is.
about him.
Yeah.
And of course he's also in
Inglourious Basterds.
But I just thought his use of characters who even were major players in Hollywood as directors, writers, screenwriters, actors in their own right, how he uses them as little pieces, like in terms of like length of time that they're in
Yes.
screen, but they're so critical to the movie.
Yeah. Mike
We're
Myers
awesome.
is in Inglourious Basterds.
Thank you.
Yes.
Mike Myers
Yeah.
is awesome in that role.
Yeah,
and
he's
it's
so
like when you see him,
perfect.
you're like taken aback, right? When you first see him, and
Can
he's
you
doing
please
the whole.
refresh my memory
whole-
on the Mike Myers?
He
It-
plays
but
like a
see, the thing
Hitler
is,
underlinking.
I can't though because it's like it's phenomenal. So no,
You really
Mike,
do need to see.
Mike
I have to watch it
Myers-
again because I
Mike
think I've only
My-
seen it once.
Mike Myers is essentially the general of the MI6 that
Right.
runs the
Oh, your memory
British.
is good, dude.
The
Oh
British side
yes,
of
I
the
think I do
mission.
kind of remember
Yeah.
that.
He has
yeah.
that phenomenal scene where he goes,
Oh, stash.
so it's all of our eggs in one basket. The mission, blow up the basket. And he has that great line. I love that line. It's so perfect. That's Tarantino's perfect
If you
dialogue.
were to give
Yeah,
me scotch
yeah.
and water,
God, is-
I would drink scotch and water.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Oh my God, the dialogue
Brad
is so
Pitt
good.
was one of my favorite roles for him.
Yeah. Oh
He's-
yes.
I'm sure people have
Yeah.
had a lot of. I love his like when he's revving up his team and he's like,
We in the killing Nazi
Business.
business.
Yes,
And-
sir.
And brother, business
Business is
is a
good.
booming.
yes. You have Eli Roth, who's
Oh,
a
phenomenal.
rival director.
A great
People
director.
Love Eli Roth.
Yes, they do.
I mean,
Cult
some of his stuff
following.
is too dark for me,
Super
but
dark.
he is
Green
amazing. He
Inferno.
obviously is. You have Michael Fassbender. He plays in England, like
Michael Fassbender is
he has his own
one of my
great
favorite
direct-
actors.
Right.
Like top three.
and he has
Yeah.
his own. In his own right, is also a great director.
Oh, is he? Is he?
Yeah, he does directing.
Oh no
Yeah,
shit!
Michael
I didn't even
Fassbender.
know that, Rob.
Yeah.
Holy shit! That's awesome,
So,
man.
and then you got B.J. Novak, who's more known for
Yes,
television.
The Office,
right?
Yes.
I mean, you just have all these guys. You're like, what the hell is he doing in this?
Yeah.
Or what is she doing? It's
Yeah.
Julie Dreyfus, Mike
Right.
Myers. It's just, and you know what it is? It's just such a satisfying. It's one of those movies where even though he's divisive, and he always is.
He always
right?
is,
He
yeah.
always has something. This, I think, was one of the easier ones to like because there was a clear bad guy.
Yeah,
Nazis, right?
Nazis.
Who doesn't
Yeah,
love-
sure.
Who doesn't want to love to hate a Nazi?
Yes.
And there's
Okay.
that clear satisfaction.
Okay. Yes.
Plus, I don't know
Yeah.
the young actress who plays Shoshana, the Melanie Laurent, lovely young woman.
Yeah,
I mean, it
she's
didn't
great.
hurt
She's been
to
a lot of
watch
good.
her.
So she's not bad. She's been in a few now. The one thing I will say about her, so she was in. This is so random. This is my memory is so odd when it comes to movies. Like I remember shit that makes no sense. Like I remember, I'll never forget one time I was talking to my brother, and my brother was like quoting some weird movie, and he made some random quote. It was a quote that could be applied to anything. It was something as simple as like, "Oh, hey you over there." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like, it could be
yeah.
anything, and somehow my brain
You
just
knew it.
went,
You knew what it
"Oh,
was.
that was Good Will Hunting," and that was like,
That's what I'm
"Yeah,
saying.
that's exactly what I
If
was."
your
like,
plans
it's like,
are to pit me
how-
against my son on
it's like,
movies
how
and
did you know?
directors, you might as
No,
well just
anyway,
stop it now.
But
Because
you said Melanie Laurent, so that actress was in Peaky Blinders.
Oh, I
she
still have to
actually
watch
was. She was
that,
in
man.
Peaky Blinders.
So I'm
She
sorry
was-
when I
she
said
was
Michael
not very-
Fassbender, I should have said producer. I'm sorry, not director.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay,
Producer.
that makes
I
sense.
messed up on that.
That makes sense. Okay.
A correction before
Yeah.
I get yelled at. We all put out our favorite Tarantino movies, and here's the here's the change up. So Kill Bill, right, Joe?
Yeah, 1 and 2.
Joey?
Django and I think I did Kill Bill 2.
2.
Yeah.
And Inglourious Bastards. Of course, those are all, I believe, phenomenal films. I'd watch any of them again.
Yeah, right.
But, of course, I left this one out, and I'd be remiss if I didn't mention it.
Right.
This threw John Travolta back in the scene, resurrected his career, cemented Samuel L. Jackson as a bad motherfucker.
Yeah.
And, of course, that's Pulp Fiction. So if we
Right.
put
Oh, yeah,
Pulp
no,
Fiction back in
yeah.
it, now I'm going to submit Pulp Fiction as one of the options. Would you change your choice?
I believe it or not, I mean, all right. What I would probably do is I
Forgot
probably
about
would put
Pulp
Pulp
Fiction.
Fiction at number 2. I probably would put that number 2, so I would do
Okay.
Django Unchained still number 1, Pulp Fiction number 2. That's probably what I would do.
I think I would change because I
Change
forgot
it?
about Pulp Fiction.
Yeah?
I would put Pulp Fiction as number 1, and then
Yeah?
1 and 2
Bring
out
Kill
the
Bill
gimp.
is number 2.
Yeah, bring out
There's
again.
so many quotable lines,
You know, it's
Well
great.
well-written, fast-paced.
No, that's one movie that I can watch. Oh, even more so than Kill Bill Volume 1 and 2.
I
Those
mean,
actually,
yeah.
all of those can give me so much hours of entertainment because I watch them over and over again, both of them.
I don't know how you can't. This guy he's an all-time.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
all-time.
All
Is
time,
that fair
for
to
sure.
say?
Yes,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
agree.
I
For
mean,
sure.
he totes the line between the divisive nature of his films in general, the things that he says that most people, I think we know what we're alluding to, wouldn't say as being a Caucasian human being.
Yeah,
no, of
right.
course not.
Right, and he's a phenomenal director. He does his his little acting parts, and that's not even mentioning the screenwriting that he's done, small directing portions that he's done. This is just like a small sample of his overall work. So I think
I would
it's pretty
put
amazing.
Right.
Django Unchained as my third. It's really hard actually because
It is
all three of
super
those
hard.
movies are
Yeah.
really, really good movies.
Yeah.
Because there's so many scenes in Django Unchained that I can like think back on and requote and have you do the quotes for me, Joey. And stand in
Yeah.
front of me do the quotes
Yeah.
because Joey's really good at doing like he can recite movie lines, and if you close your eyes, you would feel like you were in the theater listening to it
That's
with your
pretty
eyes
funny.
closed.
I mean, there's so many ties that go even beyond just great films. I mean, John Travolta, you remember him back when he was doing Saturday Night Fever.
Yep.
And there he is again doing the famous dancing scene that he does at the bar
Where
with
did-
Uma Thurman, right? Miss Mia Wallace.
Yeah.
Where did he become famous?
Hmm?
Where did he start his career? What made him famous?
John Travolta, I know he did TV. He was Welcome
an-
Back, Kotta.
There you go. That's
All
what
right.
it
He
was.
was also in the film Carrie.
Yeah.
Yes,
Was
he
was
was.
in Carrie,
Actually,
yeah.
that was
Oh, that
The
didn't
original
come to me.
Carrie. Yeah.
that
Okay.
was actually he was one of the guys who was tormenting Carrie, right? Like with
I
the,
think so. Yeah.
Wow, okay. That kind of reminds me of like Johnny Depp's first little intro into what Friday the 13th.
Yeah. Right.
Right.
Did you know that Jeff Goldblum was one of the
I love Jeff Goldblum.
the rapists in Death Wish with Charles Bronson, the original Death Wish?
No.
Yeah, like in the one
Really?
scene when he first kills two guys, one of the rapists that he kills that's raping that girl, it's fucking Jeff Goldblum.
Wow.
Yep.
Hmm.
Well, all right. Now he's giving us
There you go.
sage
Funny
like
because-
advice.
You go
There you
back
go.
and watch some movies that you haven't watched in a while.
All right.
Yeah.
You say,
So,
wow, holy crap!
Yeah, exactly.
if it's okay with you guys, I came up with a little movie trivia.
Oh,
All right.
that's,
So are
you
we
know it's
ready
okay
for
with
it?
me. Hell
I'm
yeah.
at a handicap here.
Okay.
sounds
no,
good
I
to
mean,
me.
Joey,
You
like,
are there? Can I have a handicap in this?
I will
All right.
say there's a few caveats. I could have done better at really spreading out the decades.
Okay.
So I'll apologize to you ahead of time, Joe.
All right.
When I was working on this earlier, I was like, yeah, I didn't put all those.
Because I'm
famous
up
movie
against the
quotes.
master here. It's like
All right.
me versus.
You're like
it's
a
like-
white belt
It's like
versus
me
like
going
Bruce
into
Lee.
the boxing ring with Mike Tyson.
Okay, some of them I put in because they were just great movies I enjoyed so much myself.
Yeah.
Some of them are really famous quotes from very
Be
famous
prepared,
movies.
folks. I'm telling you. By the time I remember the movie that I have to remember,
I'll be
Joey
on the
will already-
fourth
before he-
choice. The fourth
Before Rob
question.
gets the fourth syllable out of his mouth, Joey
Okay.
will have already
So
answered
now,
the question.
well, I'll ask you both. Should we at least wait till the whole
Yes.
thing goes so everybody can hear what we're listening
Yes,
to?
yes, that sounds good.
And
Yes,
we'll
yes.
go with
Oh
whatever,
yeah.
so,
Oh,
you know.
dude, you have actual sound clips?
Yes, I got sound clips. And
Holy shit.
here's the caveat: you can get 1 point for telling me what the movie is.
Oh.
You get 2 points for telling me who said it in the movie, not the actor, who they played in the movie.
Oh, wow.
You get 3 points if you can tell me the movie, what the actor's name was in the movie and the actual actor who said it.
Oh wow. Okay.
Mm.
Okay.
There are one or two that
wow.
there's 2 actors in, but in most cases,
Is there a white flag around here? Anywhere?
in most cases, I will say, if there was one person who primarily had all the dialect, then I only went with the one actor.
Okay. Fair enough. Fair
Okay?
enough. Yes. Yes.
So I'll give you a little taste. Let's get a sample.
Okay,
I won't
sample,
look,
sample.
I promise.
This is a
I
sample.
can see his screen, but I won't cheat.
Well, it's like
Yeah,
when we used to play
I won't.
Halo, you used to always look at my screen when
Right.
we were
Hey,
playing
you're the
Halo.
one who
No.
freaking sets up the freaking Super Madden teams
Right,
with the
exactly.
cheat codes.
To
So
be
I'm
fair,
not
he
the
had
one.
Super
Say
Madden.
shit. I can't say
Super
shit.
Madden
I
on the
can't say
snowboard
shit.
I'm
games.
not- I don't-
Super
I wanna
Madden on,
actually-
in Sims,
and
fighting
you know-
games.
in every Sims.
And if
game.
anyone needs to
Super
cheat in
Madden
this
on Sims,
particular
they
game,
built-
it's me.
Yeah, he had Super Madden on Sims. They built the fastest. They had the best relationships.
Everything.
They had the
Literally.
best dogs.
He was-
They
He
built
was
the
inventing
houses the
players.
quickest.
He was inventing the best players ever played that haven't even played yet. That played
Right.
today.
Right, he
Like,
had Odell Beckham
He already
in
know Odell
1988.
Beckham.
Yeah,
He
exactly.
already knew all these
Right.
players ahead of
Alright.
time.
Oh
So
my
here's a little
God.
sample, okay?
All right.
And this is gonna be a little specific, so I want you guys to really think hard.
Okay.
Okay?
Oh, I know.
Oh.
That
Who's
is-
that?
Wow. All right. So
hold
that's
on.
a sample, right?
So we're gonna do it again. Ready?
That's Star Wars. The Wookiee,
Chewbacca.
Chewbacca.
What was he saying, and from which Star Wars movie?
All right. So he was saying, and it was Chewbacca.
Well, I
You
already
got
said
it.
that, but I
You
said it.
no, he knew exactly. That's Star Wars 17. A
Yeah,
new
there you go.
Chewbacca.
There
All
we
right,
go.
now I'm just playing with
No,
that.
that was
one.
just a
Hey,
sample.
wait,
But we're
hey,
that
gonna
was
go
just
with
a
the
sample. That was
That
just
was
a
just a-
sample.
just
That
a
was
test?
just a test. Just a test.
All
Yes,
right.
I got that one.
Now,
Now
we're
I'm
gonna
not
go
gonna-
to real ones. Okay.
All right. So
Obviously,
he's starting
Okay.
right now. Here we go.
Starting now.
Remember, let it play out.
Let
before
it
you
play
guess.
completely.
All right.
Now I will let me one more statement. Some are full dialogue, and some are just one word because that's all you need.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Okay, ready? Here's
Gotcha.
the first one.
Okay.
Oh, yes, 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 yes. Oh.
We don't need any more. I already know what it is. When Harry Met Sally, it is.
Well, you had to let it
Melanie
play all the way
Griffin.
out, though. You got to let it play all the way out because that's how it makes it fair for us to both guess. at
Yeah,
the
but then
same
how do we
time.
know when the
The ending is funny. I'll just choose somebody.
when are we gonna
Yeah.
shout it
Whatever,
out?
Doesn't matter. Okay, go ahead.
All right, so you got it. You go ahead. You
Melanie
say it.
Griffin, when
Okay,
Harry
so
Met Sally, and
he
I
gets-
don't know.
He gets 1 point for the ones he gets right, and then I get to correct the ones that. How about that, Rob? I get if I can correct him on the
It's
ones
Melanie
he got
Griffith.
wrong, I get 1 point. Okay, keep
It
going.
is
Harry Met Sally.
correct. Harry Met Sally.
Okay, you got that right.
and
What is the actress is
character
playing
she
this
played,
character?
character she
Should be
played.
pretty obvious.
Yeah.
Sally.
Okay, so all
Wow,
right,
you
so
really
I'm
dug
gonna
deep.
I'm gonna expand on that. So
Okay,
first of all,
so
it's
he got 2 right.
Well,
Harry
no,
Met
no,
Sally,
he got-
She plays Sally.
See, here's the thing,
It is
Rob,
not
but
Melanie
Rob,
Griffith.
what if I can give the last name? Do I get the points for the character? I can give first and last name.
All right.
So first
It's
of all,
not Melanie Griffith.
it's not Melanie Griffin. It's Meg Ryan.
Meg Ryan,
And
yeah,
I was
yeah,
under the
yeah.
impression it was Sally Albright. Is it Sally Albright?
That I don't even know.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
Joey probably does know that.
Ask Alexa.
Hey Alexa, what was the name of the character that
Meg
Meg
Ryan
Ryan
plays.
played in When Harry Met Sally?
Here's something I found from the article Billy Crystal on Wikipedia. Reiner directed Crystal for a 3rd time in the romantic comedy When Harry Met Sally, in which Crystal starred alongside Meg Ryan and for which he was nominated for a Golden Globe. Did that answer your question?
Nope. But thanks anyway, Alexa.
All right.
No. Stop.
Alexa, you're weak.
All right.
All right.
Anyway, so
So we'll just give Joe 2 points.
give me, and I get the one for Meg Ryan or no?
Nah.
No. All right.
That's too
fair enough.
complicated for me.
All right. Fair enough.
All right.
All right. Next one.
Joe, you get 2 points. All right. Get tuned into this, okay?
All right. Here we go.
Let the whole thing play out.
Yeah. So the whole thing play out.
All right, who goes? Do we want to take turns?
No. No.
right.
We go one at a time. All right. I'm
Core
sorry.
of me, Baxter. You're so wise. You're like a miniature Buddha covered in hair.
No, Joey would know this.
All right. I got it. All right. So I'm gonna go as Ron Burgundy. The movie is Anger Man, and it is Will Ferrell.
That's 3 for 3. He gets 3 points.
Okay, that's unfair. Joey knows that's his favorite comedian actor.
All right.
Get into it, Joe.
Well,
All right. You know what? We'll go one for one. So you go.
right,
That's-
I'll go
it makes
next
more
and we'll
sense.
see.
It makes
Okay,
more-
we'll go 1 for 1, and
Yeah.
if they get it wrong, we'll pass.
Yes.
Oh,
that
oh,
sounds
yeah,
good. That sounds
let's
good.
do that.
For every point that you don't get right, I get to answer the whatever. Whatever. Just go ahead.
I'm
Yeah,
making
go
a
ahead.
point. I'm going to make it even right
All right.
now.
Yeah. Fair
There's
enough.
your handicap, Joe.
All right,
Give me
there-
a
all right,
3.
there we go.
yeah.
Okay. Ready? That's a good idea so we can listen to the whole clip. All right,
Yeah.
Joe, this is for you.
All right.
Go ahead and shoot. You'll be doing me a favor.
Okay, so that was Casablanca.
Yes.
It was. Oh God, I had his name in my head, and
The guy he plays is a very common name.
I know. I just had his name in my head here. How can I not remember?
You have a lot of guys' names in your head, so
You
I
do.
do. I
I
do.
know.
But that's part
Yes.
of the problem here.
That's
you have to narrow that down a little
yeah.
bit.
Uh,
How about just the ones that you had sexual fantasies about?
I don't know the.
Yes.
I could
But
never
it's
tell.
even
I
that's
can't.
too hard. That's way too
I
hard.
can't tell
That's-
you the character that
Makes it
he
even hard.
played. It's not James Cagney. No. Is it James?
Oh my
Cagney?
goodness.
No. Is it
Yeah.
James Cagney?
As
Is
Jim
that your
Gaffigan.
guess?
Yeah.
It is Jim
it's not
Gaffigan.
James Cagney,
No,
but
it is Casablanca. Do you know who he plays in them?
no, I don't.
No.
All right, so you lost the point, so you get one for Casablanca. And do we pass?
If you want to pass, I can get. I know I can get at least
So
one.
then I won't pass. Thank you.
Oh no! All right, fair enough.
So I'm going to turn
All right.
you to 4, and we're going to move on to you.
Move
then?
on.
Okay.
That sounds good to me.
That
So it's
was,
4 to
Humphrey Bogart
Hung-
in Casablanca.
you know what? That was the
He
first
plays
name I
Rick.
thought, and then it went
Rick,
right out of my head.
Rick. I was gonna say
I was
Dick.
going to
You
do
know,
the.
This
I
is
was
a-
going to do the Hill of Beans, but that was too easy.
This is the
We
problem.
always have Paris.
You know,
Right.
when you get over the age of like 45, I'd say.
You
start-
surpassed that like 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you start losing brain cells and you can't remember things.
Oh, okay.
All right,
So
this
And,
one goes
uh,
to Joey.
At least your short-term memory
All
or your
right.
long-term memory, anyway.
All right, here we
Okay,
go.
Joe, you ready?
I am ready.
This is a long one. We're going to be patient with this one.
All right.
Well, no.
Life moves pretty fast. You don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it.
Oh, this one.
Do you want to hear it again?
Sure. Play it one more time if you want.
Life moves pretty fast. You don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it.
Okay. So the movie is obviously Ferris Bueller's Day Off. It is Ferris Bueller,
Correct.
and I cannot believe that I'm actually blanking on this. This is
get a
the
chance
weirdest
for
thing
you.
ever. And it's weird for me because I was just talking about this guy the other day because I just saw Lion King, and I was talking about him the other day. And I cannot believe this is so odd. I'm beginning to feel how it feels to be you. I can't remember his name for the life of me.
And I can't either.
And it's so
So
odd that
worry
I
about it.
can't.
It's right there
Oh
on the
my
tip,
goodness.
like a little
Oh,
splinter in my
man,
mind.
I can't believe it.
I wish we had an interactive show where
I
people
honestly,
can
it's
call
so
in and
weird.
answer the questions for us.
They
because
probably
course,
are
as
hitting
soon as-
themselves in the head right
They're
now.
Of
probably
course,
like-
as soon as Rob says it, I'm gonna be like, I can't believe that I forgot.
That's
But I
always how it
forgot.
I'm gonna
All right, Rob, go ahead.
say,
Who
hold
is
on, wait,
it?
no, don't tell me. Don't say it yet. Because I have no, you know what? Say it. I know I'm going to be pissed off when you say it though.
He
because-
was in a remake of Godzilla.
Godzilla? Was he? Oh,
He
he
was
Yeah, that's
in-
right.
War Games.
I just
Yeah,
don't know
of
his
course.
name. Honestly, I just forgot.
I
his
do
name.
know his name, but I
Straight
just
up
can't
forgot
He
his
pull it
name.
into my
was
mind right
in
now.
a Play with Nathan Lane.
He was Lion King. He was Simba in the
He
original Lion King.
was and is married to a
Matthew-
famous blonde
Matthew,
woman.
is it Matthew Broderick?
There it
There
is.
you go.
Broderick.
I
I got it.
I
I
had-
came into my mind. So
Wow,
to-
Dad, good.
Matthew
good
Broderick.
shit, man.
I got 1 point. I think that ties it
Congratulations.
up.
Should we
Right.
give him points for it?
We'll give you 1 point for that.
Alright.
That's a big deal. But I got
We
2.
said we
I
weren't
got
hurt.
it. He
got
didn't
two,
tell
so
me.
it's
He gave me
5 to
some
5.
clues,
It's
and he didn't
5
tell
to
me the
5.
actual
It's
name.
5 up. All right,
5-5.
and this goes back to Joe. And Joe, I'll give you one hint. This is from a long ass time ago, so you were probably alive for a while already.
There we
Okay.
go.
Was that before Moving Pictures, or was it just the beginning of
They
Moving
had
Pictures?
sort of just
This was
thought
the
about
first
idea.
like motion picture. With
All right. Well, I
voices.
should do okay with
Yeah.
that.
All right, ready? Okay. Oh, I'm sorry, that's not it.
Yeah.
That should be it. I have to go back. All right, ready?
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Oh my god, I know all 3 so far.
Orson Welles, Citizen Kane, and Citizen Kane.
But it's not Citizen
That's not
Kane.
his name.
No, it's not his
I
name
don't
in the
know.
movie.
I don't
Neither
know. I've
do
never
I.
actually
Too.
seen. I've
That's
never
not
actually
fun.
seen the movie.
How do you know
Yeah.
that?
It's
It's rough.
because I've seen it's considered to be one of the greatest
If
movies
not
ever
the-
made.
If not the
I
greatest.
sat down and made my kids watch it like several years ago.
Did you really?
And we got like
That's
a
why.
Twitter 30.
That's
my
why they
wife
don't
was
talk to you
complaining.
anymore. I was wondering why they
It's-
don't
it's-
talk to
I
you anymore.
tried
Even
to
my
watch
wife
it.
was like, I'm explaining to him, and I was all excited. I'm like, no, it's about like a newspaper mogul, and he's got all his money. He has a zoo in his home, and everyone's like, no, Dad. And I was
It's
like,
a really obscure.
I made him watch it, and it
It
wasn't
almost
fun.
is like a Quentin Tarantino movie of its day.
Yeah, exactly.
That's kind of like what it's like because
exactly.
it's so
All
it's such
right.
an obscure.
So right
movie,
now,
whatever
it's
you wanna
Joey
call
5, Joe 7 points.
All right.
it. Wow, there you go, man.
Okay, ready, Joey?
Yes, I'm ready.
This is one of the few that there's just one word, and that's all you should need.
Inconceivable!
All right, so I think I'm gonna have to go with The Princess Bride.
Correct.
Okay.
I would never known that.
I
Thank
can't
God
remember.
I didn't get that one.
I can't remember his name in the movie though. Count something, right? Is it not that? All I got is Princess Bride on that one. That's all I have.
All right. He played Vizzini.
Yeah.
He was the called genius, right?
Oh yes, yeah.
And that's played by Wallace Shawn.
Well, okay, all right.
But
I
I
would
didn't.
have
I
no
couldn't
clue
remember
on
his
that one.
actor's name either. I just
Yeah.
remember
I'm glad
Vizzini.
that the picking order worked out the way it
Yeah,
did.
it
I would have
did,
gotten nothing
All
on
seriously.
right,
that
we're
one.
back to Joe. All right, and current score we got Joey with 6,
7-6.
Joe with 7.
Nice.
All
I'm
right.
surprised. I just
All
can't
right.
last forever.
You ready, Joe?
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
I love the smell of napalm in the morning.
Oh God.
Oh my God, that's not even fair, man.
God, I have
is
to
working
remember
out
his
good.
name.
God
It is
damn
working
it, it
out
really
good
is.
for me. I have to remember his name though.
Oh, thank God, he can't remember it. Do you know the movie?
Yeah, the movie is Apocalypse Now.
Oh God
1
damn
point.
it.
The person who played him is the same guy who.
All right, well, if he can't get
played-
this, I'm jumping and I'm answering.
I don't
I'm
know the
getting
name of the
point.
character. His name was Colonel something.
It is
Colonel,
Lieutenant Colonel.
a lieutenant colonel. I don't
Hard to
remember. I couldn't.
that. Do you remember the actor? That would be
I do know
easier.
that I can picture the actors in my head.
Okay, he was
I know that he was in movies. I'm trying
All right,
to,
so can I jump
don't
in?
remember.
Yeah,
I
because he
could-
jumped in on Matthew Broderick.
yeah,
for me.
I'm going to give you a shot. I obviously
All right,
probably
so
know
I
the
get
name.
one shot. All
And I
right,
know who
so
it is.
that's
It's definitely
Robert
Spiel.
Duvall.
Robert
That's
Duvall.
correct.
Robert
yes.
Duvall. All right, so I get the 1 point for that.
It's like it's so weird because the name is
Yes.
right at the
Does anybody
surface, but it
remember
won't
his
come
actor,
to the surface.
Who he played?
The
It was
character? No, I did not remember the
Lieutenant
character.
Colonel Bill Kilgore.
Bill
Oh, I
Kilgore.
would have never
Okay.
known that one.
That's
Okay.
hard. Okay.
So we're still 8-7.
This goes to
Yeah.
Joey. All right, ready, Joey?
Yes, I am.
Keep your friends close, but your enemies closer.
Oh my goodness! Wow.
Keep your friends close, but your enemies closer.
Oh, duh. Stupid. So it's Godfather Part 1? Godfather Part 2.
There you go. Nice.
Sorry.
Nice recovery.
Godfather Part 2.
It's one of his favorite movies.
Michael
too.
Corleone.
Yes.
And it is Al
Wow, 3
motherfucking
points.
Chino.
He's up by 2 now.
Fire!
It's 8
Fire!
to 10.
Hooah!
10 to 8 right now.
Nice job. That was awesome.
Just
Thank you.
leapfrogged right over me. I don't
Yeah,
think
you
I'll
got
catch him
all
now.
Points for that.
You know, now that
Nice,
he's ahead of
Joey.
me, I
I
don't
couldn't remember
think
it
I'm
at
gonna
first, and I
catch
was
him.
like, oh, wait a minute. I was like, I know what scene was. It's when he's sitting down talking to his Robert Duvall, actually. I think. In that
Oh,
one
yeah,
scene.
yeah. That's yeah.
Yeah.
I was trying to think of the other movie
Yeah.
that Robert Duvall was in.
Is
Yeah.
there
That
an
was
extra
the
point for that?
yeah.
I'm not gonna, because it wouldn't be fair to
It
your
wouldn't be
aging
fair.
father.
Yeah.
movie. Yeah,
All
Okay.
right, so
Ready, Joe?
yeah.
What is your major malfunction,
Oh.
numbnuts?
oh my god, I can tell you the whole thing.
All right, I know where I know the movie is.
What is your major malfunction?
Full Metal Jacket is the movie.
Yes.
1 point.
The actor is a very famous actor.
Oh yes, it
He
is.
does a lot of speeches for
His name
military,
is
or he did.
Yep.
Sergeant, Master Sergeant.
Not Master Sergeant.
He's a drill sergeant.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna probably
No,
get
it's
punched in the face. But I
Sergeant.
believe this in E6.
Yeah,
He is a sergeant, but not master.
not Master Sergeant. Then he's probably not a staff sergeant. I would say. I don't know.
This is my gun imitation.
All right, so I know the actor.
Gunnery
Do you know the-
sergeant.
Gunnery sergeant.
I don't know.
Do you know the actor's name?
Phil.
What
His
about
name
the
is-
actor's
No,
name?
I know the actor's name is
All right.
famous. I
All right, I
cannot
know the
recall
actor's
name.
name. Can I
All
jump
right,
in here?
so
Is that
Is
possible?
that 1 point
That's
for
it.
John?
That's all I can get.
All right. So hold on. Let me fix that first, because I can't multitask.
All right,
as
so I do
everybody
know
knows.
the actor's name.
He
if I could
plays
jump
Gunnery
in.
Sergeant Harmon.
I don't know the character's name, but I do know the
Gunnery
actor
Sergeant
is
Harmon.
Sam Elliott.
Yeah. No,
No.
it's not.
No?
No,
It's
not
that's
Sam Elliott?
definitely
Sam
not
Elliott,
it.
no.
No,
He plays
absolutely
a lot
not.
of westerns. He also played in that.
No, he's a very, very famous actor.
That,
And when you
okay.
say the name, I do know the person and I know the actor's
Oh, my
name, but I
goodness,
do
that's so
not.
funny.
Sam
I
Elliott
cannot
was
re-
the old bodyguard in that movie with what's his name?
Oh my God, Roadhouse.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
that's
Roadhouse,
right. Oh my
yeah.
goodness, he
No,
was.
the actor is R. Lee Ermey.
Oh,
R is for
okay.
Ronald.
Oh, I wouldn't
Yeah.
have known that actually, but he is a famous actor.
Wasn't he in We Were Soldiers, or was that also Sam Elliott? And that was
I
also
don't know.
Sam
We Were
Elliott. And We Were Soldiers. Mel Gibson.
No. Oh, wait, no. Yes, I think he might have been actually.
Yeah. All right.
Sam
anyway,
Elliott.
so
Sam
what's the
Elliott
score?
was
So
the guy who
there's
said,
10
"Don't ever
to
call me your grandpa
9?
again," or
Joe
something
9,
like that.
Joey 10.
Okay.
All right,
there we
whose
go.
turn is it, Joey?
Yes, I believe so.
All right. Now this is a two-person scene, okay?
Okay.
You know how I know that you're gay? You like the movie Made in Manhattan? You know I know you're gay?
How?
I saw you make a spinach dip in a loaf of sourdough bread once.
My dad
You know how I know that you're gay?
Day.
How? You have a rainbow bumper sticker on your car that says, I love it when balls are in my face.
That's gay?
That's gay? All right, so obviously it's the movie 40-Year-Old Virgin. It is Seth Rogen and Paul Rudd. And, all right, so Seth Rogen's character is Cal. And I want to say
He has
Paul
to get
Rudd's
4
character's name
points
is
for-
Dave.
Ding, 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 ding.
So he gets 4 points for that. 'Cause
You killed that one.
no, it's
Oh,
like
my goodness.
one of Joey's favorite movies.
It's one of my top. It's like my top 10.
You know, it's like he can quote.
We just watched it the other
we
day.
can
We literally
actually
just
do the
watched
rest
it.
of the podcast, and he could just do 40-year-old version and play
Quotes.
all the characters
That's so
for
funny.
us right now on camera.
Right. Joe,
Yeah.
I'm sorry if you're
So
struggling.
now what?
You
Now
might
it's what?
struggle with this one.
He just
but
got 4 points. Now we're
Joey's
14 to 9.
Joe's 9. Yep. All right, ready, Joe?
Yeah, there's no recovery here.
No, there's still plenty left here.
All right.
There's still plenty left, but I think
All
this
right.
might be a hard one for you. It shouldn't be, though. Focus in. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
They've moved my desk 4 times already this year, and I used to be over by the window, and I could see the squirrels, and they were married.
Can you do it one more time?
Sure.
They've moved my desk 4 times already this year, and I used to be over by the window, and I could see the squirrels, and they were married.
Nice stapler.
He gave you a little hint right there, Joe.
Say the hint again.
It's twin line
Stapler.
stapler. They switched out to twin line stapler, but I kept my twin line.
They actually started selling the red one, which
Do they
was
really?
never a thing.
That is amazing.
They never made a red one. They made it for the movie, but
One of
then
the greatest
Swingline
comedies
started
ever
making red.
made.
The
easily.
person.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Joe, I'm gonna need you to come in tomorrow. Let's say about.
I have.
9
I don't. I
o'clock.
don't
Should
know. I
just,
know I should know it,
just
and
go
it
ahead and come in
sounds.
on
The voice I
Sunday,
know is
too.
familiar. I just don't. I don't know. I don't know.
All right, we're passing over to.
I'm gonna pass. I know Joey's gonna
Joey.
get
All
it
right.
all.
So obviously, I
And
have
I'm gonna
to-
enjoy. Joey, you're gonna have to go. Can you go into full character here? For
Well,
it?
all right. So the problem is
Just for the
this.
audience.
I'm gonna be mad at myself because obviously the movie
I'm
is
sure-
Office Space.
and then I'll remember it, and I can enjoy at
Office
least
Space 1 point.
replaying.
So Office
the
Space
show.
is the movie.
Oh, it's Office
my
Space.
God.
I didn't
Office
see
Space
Office
is the
Space. That's why I
movie.
didn't know.
So what makes me mad is this: I should know the actor's name because the actor from that movie is one of the main characters in the show Barry that I just started watching. And I love that show. and I
He is
forgot
one
his
of my
name.
favorite actors.
He is phenomenal.
I think
Rob.
he's so funny.
In Barry, he's incredible.
Yeah.
He's actually nominated for
saw
Best
those,
Supporting
yeah.
Actor for Barry this past season.
And even what's his name?
Bill Hader.
No, I love Bill.
Oh,
Hader.
Henry
He's my
Winkler.
favorite.
Henry
Winkler's
Winkler
awesome in
is
that.
unbelievable. He's
It sounds like
unbelievable. We're
it
gonna
sounds
watch
like Bill
it.
Murray.
I honestly
We're gonna
think
start
Henry
watching
Winkler's
Barry.
only
The
gotten
voice-
way better as he got
Yes,
older.
I agree completely.
He's
The-
way
the
better
voice
now than he
reminds
was
me
as
of
the
Bill-
Fonz.
Yeah.
The voice reminds me of Bill Murray in Ground
Okay.
in
And
That's
Ca-
totally
Caddyshack.
correct.
Caddyshack.
Oh, we might
But
hear that too.
oh my goodness, I can't.
Okay.
I want to say his name was Nelson.
I didn't
was
know
his
his
name
name in
Nelson
the-
in the character.
The character's name is Milton.
Milton. Oh my goodness,
It's
I forgot
equally
the
mundane
what is
and
the
boring.
what is
So
the
I'm
actor's name,
It's
Rob?
actually
Steven
pretty
Root.
amazing
Steven
that
Root.
Joey doesn't know this because I
I'm
thought he
amazed.
did.
I didn't know his. I knew his character's name. I didn't know who the actor was.
I should have known because of Barry. That's the only reason why I would have known.
All right.
So you don't even know?
I know that
No,
the
you got 1
movie's
point.
Office Space. That was I got
Office
the one.
Space,
Yeah.
alright.
So
That's 15 to 10, right?
I never saw
Like
Office Space, and I would have
Joe?
no clue.
you're not doing it as good as I expected.
I'm not
so
doing.
I'm gonna
Are
need
you
to
kidding
do a
me?
little
I'm doing way better than I
Okay.
expected.
I'm gonna need
I'm
you
only
to.
down by 5 points
I'm gonna
after how
need
many
you to stop
questions?
embarrassing yourself.
seriously.
and
Well,
come
you're
into
gonna have
work
to
on
start past. You're
Sunday,
gonna have to
okay?
start handicapping
All right.
us a little bit
No,
more.
Joe. We have This is one. This is teed up for you. You should know this.
Well, it's not my turn.
It is your turn.
It is your turn.
No,
He doesn't even know when his turn.
No,
is
I
yet.
was-
You know what his turn is.
I
It's
couldn't
all over
answer,
the
and then you
place.
re-answered
Oh,
mine.
I think he's actually right.
Oh,
We don't know
you're
what turn
right.
we are.
You're,
Okay.
You know
You
what?
tried to
are-
answer
you are
mine. I couldn't
absolutely
answer
correct.
any of the
Okay,
questions.
I'm sorry.
Rob,
Joe
we're-
did know something.
I was
We're
right
assholes.
finally.
We're
My,
I'm actually gonna give
I
him a-
actually remembered
I'm
something,
giving
and
Joe a
these two
point
guys
for that.
didn't remember anything.
All right, Joe, you got
See, it
10.
happens.
You get
It
1
start-
point for
It
that.
started
You get
to
10 now.
happen,
Yeah.
to you guys.
You get
All
1
right, Joe,
point.
you got 10.
Yeah, you get 1 point for that.
You're only down by 5. All right.
I'm 4. If you give me a point, I'm only down by 4 by
No,
correcting
you were
guys.
9. You're a 10 now.
Oh no,
All right.
it was 10 to 5, wasn't it?
I'll give you 20 if you want.
Oh, it was 9 to 5. All right.
This has been rigged. No, okay.
All right.
All right, Joe, you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
This is a long
I
one.
don't know what kind of pan-Pacific bullshit power play you're trying to pull here,
Literally
Jack.
watch
Whatever
this
you think,
movie
you
on
better think
vacation.
again, otherwise I'm gonna have to
Okay,
head
you
down
can just
there,
stop.
and I will rain down on a godly fucking firestorm upon you. You're gonna have to call the fucking United Nations and get a fucking binding resolution to keep
Oh,
me
I-
from fucking destroying you.
I know who
What
it
is the
is,
character?
obviously.
What is the character's name?
He was good in that movie.
Oh my
I'll say.
Okay, got it. Okay. Rex. Okay.
Movie?
All right. So obviously, we literally watched it on Tuesday. So it's Tropic.
Mom actually let you watch the movie with him in it.
Oh well, I got her to watch it.
He
It's
was
fucking
funny in this
hilarious.
movie.
So obviously, it's Tropic Thunder.
Yes.
It is Tom Cruise.
Yes.
And it's Rex. Is it? No, wait.
That's all I would have known was Tom Cruise because I know the voice.
Rex Grossman, right?
So close.
Oh my
Joey.
God! All right.
Tropic
Hold on.
Thunder,
Hold
Tom
on.
Cruise.
Tom Cruise.
Les Grossman.
Les Grossman. Oh my God.
You have to
Oh
give your
my
dad
goodness.
a chance, man. You're
All right.
17 to 10 already.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't have
That's
much
fair.
left.
That's fair.
All right.
Fair.
For now on, we have about 6 or 7 left.
I get 2.
Joey
and you
gets
get
double
1.
points for anything he gets. No, Joe gets. I'm sorry.
All
Joe
right.
gets
Yeah,
double
Joe
points.
gets double points.
I get double.
All right,
points.
you ready, Joe?
It's a double bonus point round for
Yes.
Joe. That's it.
All right,
All right.
Joe, you ready?
Yeah.
He gave us a letter. You make it sound like a cult, okay? And from everything you've told me about Chaz, he sounds like a kook.
You bite your tongue. Chaz Reinhold is not a kook. He is a brave and a decent man. He's a pioneer.
He lived with his mother till he was 40. She tried to poison his oatmeal.
Erroneous! Erroneous! Erroneous on both counts.
And I will say, here's my wonderful impression of that actor. Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow. Okay, that's all I can do about him. But that's it. Wow, Joe.
I don't think this is a movie.
You
I've
tried
ever seen.
motorboating? Tried motorboating? Motorboat. You motorboat son of a bitch, you old sailor.
Come on, man.
Come on, man.
I mean, this guy's, wow. How can you not know his
Wow.
voice?
Can you
He's got a crooked ass nose.
He's got the most broken nose in Hollywood.
And he kept it. Good for him.
He did. You know, good for seriously, man. He
Yeah.
could have gotten that shit fixed.
Yeah, he did. He's like, this is my son. Wow, this is
I don't know
me.
that I've ever seen this movie.
I love everybody.
Of course, you and I have seen it together. And maybe not
All right,
all the
can
way
you
through.
play it one more
but-
time and see if I
Yes.
can maybe
Let it
pull
play
something
through.
out of it?
Ready? Let it play
Yeah.
all the way through.
He gave us a letter. You make it sound like a cult, okay? And from everything you've told me about Chaz, he sounds like a kook.
You bite your tongue. Chaz Reinhold is not a kook. He is a brave and a decent man. He's a pioneer.
He lived with his mother till he was 40. She tried to poison his oatmeal.
Erroneous! Erroneous! Erroneous on both counts.
Like who that is? Okay.
Oh, so I got.
I know who that guy is. That's that big guy that was in that movie with Jennifer Aniston.
Yes.
You're doing good. Come on, you can do it.
I don't know his name though.
No, come on. He has.
I don't remember his name.
You got
He
nothing.
has an
on-
alliteration for a name. First and last name, same beginning letter.
And in the movie,
This letter is worth 7 points if you played in Scrabble. I don't even know if that's true.
Yeah.
Who knows?
I honestly don't. And he was also in.
Can you do the movie at least?
The movie, at least.
He was also in the movie with. Oh God, I can't even think of that movie. I can't remember anything. I literally cannot pull anything out of my brain.
Do you ever see that movie Awakenings? I feel like that's what's.
No,
in
Yeah,
it.
it's
that's
kind of.
what it
It's
is.
like that's
That's a
what the
great
mode
movie,
that
That's
I'm
a
in.
great movie, actually. Oh, Michael J. Fox.
I feel
you
like
know-
you're the whole beginning where he didn't speak or know anything.
Yeah.
Let me take a run. To
Oh no,
the-
that was Robert
Dude.
De Niro. That movie,
Yes.
right?
Let
Yeah,
me take a
Robert
run-
De Niro.
Let me take a run to the bathroom real quick. When I'm sitting on the toilet, I'm
And,
sure I'll come up with the names.
Yeah, of course you will.
Rob Williams.
Rob Williams is in it.
Yeah.
He's the doctor, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
But he was in Dodgeball.
Yes.
That's
Yes,
the name. So that
he
came.
was.
At least that came to the surface.
Okay, I'm gonna give you points for that. I can't.
Yeah.
take it.
I know.
Should-
This is
I should-
embarrassing.
I should have a
At this
point.
point, you got to give him points for all that.
I,
So I can obviously get all of them.
this is why I'm terrible
He
at
has
this
the
stuff. I
same
can't remember
initials,
anything.
VV.
What?
His initials are VV.
VV. So I would say, VV.
Vesley Vipes.
That's exactly.
Vesley Vipes. Vesley
He's
Vipes.
coming out with his new
Thank
movie,
you, Joey.
Blade 4.
Blade 4.
Blade 4.
All right, I can't take it anymore. This podcast can't go till tomorrow.
Oh
Yeah, no,
my
okay.
All right,
I don't
Joey.
know.
All right, so it's Wedding Crashers is
Correct.
the movie. It's Vince Vaughn and
Vince
Owen
Vaughn,
Wilson.
right.
Yes.
Owen Wilson.
And the character's name, I want to. Oh my
If you
god!
know that, I'll be blown.
It's
I
gonna.
don't know.
All right, so that's gonna
Uncle!
be weird. I might be.
This is bad.
Oh my goodness!
I told you it was going to be bad. I can't
Oh
remember
man,
movies and names.
I don't
just-
know.
It's like, why don't you
Chaz-
pick the
it's-
worst
no, I'm
possible
sorry.
thing?
I'm Chaz. I'm Dave. Is one of them Dave?
No.
No. All right. I'm. Yeah. I don't
Is
know.
it Chaz?
Nothing.
It is Vince Vaughn as Jeremy Gray and Owen
Yeah.
Wilson as John Beckwith.
John Beckwith. Okay.
I didn't remember those.
There you go.
But
okay.
you did get the 2 points. Wait, you got 2 actors and that. That's 3
yeah,
points.
it's 3 points.
So now it's
you-
20
20 to 10.
20 to 10.
Joe, you are now in
I
triple.
had the lead for a little while.
A little bit for a hot
Joe's got
second.
triple jeopardy here.
There we go.
I'm just happy.
Joe gets
I'm
3
really,
points.
I'm really just very happy that I actually
All right.
held the lead in
Joe,
this
this
game
is you here.
for a little while.
You get 3 points for every correct answer on this.
3 points.
Wait, is this me now though?
Why don't you just give me
Dad
10
just went
I think
for
why
Wedding
don't you just
Crashers.
Why don't you just give me
Yeah, that was his,
Oh
but
God, it's so bad. All right.
Why don't you give me 10
You get
points?
3 points for
Why
every
do I
question Joey gets. All right, Joey, you ready?
Yeah.
Let it play out because this is a long one.
All right, fair enough.
This is a long one, and I'm sure Joe gets 5 points if you've seen this movie in the last 2 weeks because you've apparently seen every movie we're playing in the last. What are you doing with your life? Just watching these movies all day?
Rob could be like, "Oh, we saw Jeremy in the Jungle, Volume 7." Yeah, I saw that like within the last hour, like an hour ago. I was just watching that.
While
I
he was-
took a break during
he was,
the podcast.
He was doing it while we were
while
setting
Joe
up
was
our
thinking of
studio.
answers.
Yeah.
During your last question to Joe, I watched an entire movie.
It doesn't matter if I think up answers
All
now.
right.
I'll forget them by the time the podcast starts.
All right, Joe, this is yours. I'm
All
gonna
right,
end.
here we
This
go.
is so brutal. I can't. This is watching like a massacre.
No, I told you that. I warned you.
All right.
All right,
ready,
here we
Joe?
go.
Shepherds we shall be, for thee, my Lord, for thee. Power hath descended forth from thy hand, that our feet may swiftly carry out thy command. So we shall flow a river forth to thee, and teeming with souls shall it ever be. Nomine Patri et Filii,
Spiritus Sancti.
Spiritus Sancti.
All right, so
Joe, before I even ask, do you know what the movie is?
I have no idea.
No.
So the movie is Boondock Saints.
Correct.
Yes, and I never saw
One
it.
of the actors
It's a
is
great
Norman Reedus.
It is.
And
Isn't it a
I forget the other guy's
The
name.
other actor had a good career
Isn't
too.
it
Yeah, he had a decent
Tarantino? That's a
career.
isn't
No,
it?
no,
it's
no.
2
not.
points.
No,
Can
I
you
forget
remember
the
any
other-
of the names of them?
So,
They're brothers,
oh my
so you got
God,
the
they
last
are.
name?
They're brothers and they're super Irish. So
Yes.
probably Tommy is Tommy one.
No.
No. What about Billy? Is Billy one?
No.
No. All right, I got nothing.
Connor and Murphy McManus.
McManus.
Isn't
okay.
like Al Pacino or Robert De Niro in that movie or something?
No.
Hell no.
Who's the guy that they? Isn't there a guy? Didn't they
Willem
kidnap
Dafoe
somebody?
is in that movie.
There's nobody big named.
Willem
William
Dafoe.
Dafoe's in that movie.
He's
That's
the
who they
bad guy.
kidnapped,
He plays
right?
a strange detective.
Didn't they
No,
kid-
he plays a detective.
No, he's a detective. Yeah,
I'm thinking
yeah,
of a completely
And he
different
has a
movie.
Yeah,
weird
you're not
name like
thinking-
Schmeltz or something. I
Yeah,
don't
something
know.
weird. Yeah.
And he's like, think he cross-dresses.
He's a
in-
cross-dresser. Yeah.
But he's pretty awesome.
But he's badass.
All right. Okay.
Oh, so I get
Joe,
10 points.
You get 5 points for
For
every
everyone,
I'm serious,
5
I'll
points.
give you 5 points.
Seriously, do it.
All right,
5
listen
points.
carefully. 5 points.
All right.
Attention, whoever you are. This channel is reserved for emergency calls only.
No fucking shit, lady! Do I sound like I'm ordering a pizza?
All right, so this is Die Hard.
Yes.
It's the first one.
Yes.
Yes.
5
Holy
points.
shit, there we go. You better get all 3.
Yeah, exactly. That's all.
The guy who I know the guy.
Oh my goodness! Come on, Dad.
The guy was a news.
One
he
of
was
the
a
greatest
news
movies
reporter.
ever made.
A
News reporter.
No, he was. You know, the guy who I'm trying to identify, the person on the phone or the person.
No, the
main actor.
The main actor, obviously.
Oh, I was. Obviously, it was. Oh my God! How can I not
No,
remember
please,
his
please,
name?
Dad. This is emotionally disturbing.
No, it is disturbing. Oh God.
Oh man.
Because you know what I was thinking about was.
I don't know. No, we have no idea what you're thinking about.
He was a
even know what I was-
student. He went in for
I don't even
tutoring
know
and
who
he
I was
passed that
thinking
math
about.
test. In the end, the kids all got together and celebrated their education.
And of course, he plays in Unbreakable. And
Yes.
I
Yes,
cannot
of
think
course.
I can't think of why can't I think of his name? This is really embarrassing. You're
It's
gonna have to cut
all
this
right.
out of our thing
Yeah.
because I'm not as stupid as I am because
It's not a matter of
I
intelligence.
just can't
absolutely
remember
not.
it.
Come
Give me his initials just to help me out.
BW.
Oh my God.
Okay, good. Thank you. Thank you for his initials. I just wanted them for my phone because I was just gonna use it for like a. That's gonna be my new hashtag.
Who does he play in the
my hashtag
movie?
on my new Twitter
Who
that
does
I
he
don't know how to
play?
use
Yeah.
either because I don't remember what my Twitter handle
Which-
is either.
Do you know the actor's character? Who does he play in a movie?
In all 5 of them.
Yeah.
In
He
all-
plays-
no,
it's
is there
McClane.
6? Is there 6?
He plays McClane.
Okay, and
Okay,
what's
John
the
McClane will give it to you.
John
That's 20.
McClane.
Fine.
John
He's
McClane. Wait,
catching up now.
That's
He's-
20.
John McClane.
That's 20. All
And
of a
wait,
sudden.
I know his name.
Apparently
I know
not.
his name. I do know his name.
Every movie is like this.
Please don't tell me his name, okay?
I
don't
gave
want
you
you.
his
He always makes
initials.
the same face.
I give you his
What was it again?
initials.
His initials?
80% of his
BW.
movies are close-ups of him being a cop with a gun.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like almost all his
How
movies.
can I
Including the
not
one he
remember his
did
name?
with
This
Kevin
is
Hart.
terrible.
Remember? Oh no, Tracy Morgan. He did it with.
Oh yeah, that was a bad movie.
Yeah, it was a terrible movie.
Cop Out?
Cop Out.
Yeah.
You know that Kevin Smith directed that?
I don't want
He
you to
did.
say
He
his name.
directed some
For
stuff.
the
Yeah,
rest of the
yeah.
podcast, we
Jersey
are not
Girl.
allowed to say
Yeah.
the name of the actor from that movie until I
Alright,
figure it out. It
can't-
will come
I
out
can't
of me
anymore.
eventually.
I can't.
All right,
I don't even want to
Can I
curse.
jump
but
in?
It's
Do I
fucking
get,
Bruce
No, you're not
Willis,
allowed.
dude.
Do I
It's
get a
Bruce
half-
Willis? Bruce
We
Willis.
weren't allowed to bring
Bruce
his name
Willis. I can't take it. I can't. I'm so mortified right now.
out. All right, guess what? This is my last podcast, number 5. I've lasted 5.
5.
All right.
I'm done.
That's
Joe,
4,
you're
that's
actually-
4 more than I
it's-
thought you were going
it's
to
a
last.
real-
I'm the host of the next show, okay? And I'm going to
Oh,
find
I
the
hope that
one
show's not about
thing.
movies.
I'm going to find the toughest. I'm going to go into like history and science and all
This
these
is
really
basic
toughest stuff.
movies. These aren't
I don't
hard.
remember names. I can't remember names.
All right.
That's gonna be like.
All right, here's the
that-
next question.
Next episode,
Who
Dad's
are your
gonna be like.
co-hosts of this podcast?
And I won't even know that. I'm telling you, I'm not going to know
I
it.
look.
Next-
I wash my hands. Damn it! I don't know who it is anymore.
I'm going to be
next
sitting
episode-
there like starry-eyed looking into the
All right.
camera next week.
Oh
and it'll be
my
like,
Let's
Jazz,
move it
are
along,
you
people. Okay, let's
All
get
right.
to. I can't even do it anymore.
All right, so.
All right, the last few. We'll just give them all to Joe.
All right.
All right, Joe, you ready?
Okay, more embarrassment time.
Amputate a man's leg and he can still feel it tickling. Tell me, Mom, when your little girl is on the slab, where will it tickle you?
That's one of the creepiest, like, insane characters of all
Right,
time.
so I can get
the
all
guy
3.
gets so into it, it's like creepy.
It's
Can you play one more
amazing.
time, please?
Sure.
Amputate a man's leg and he can still feel it tickling.
Oh, okay.
Tell me, Mom,
So
when your little girl is on the slab,
it's
where will it tickle
definitely
you?
Oh, sorry.
Silence,
Pretend
definitely
you didn't hear that one.
Great.
Silence
love
of
them.
the Lambs. Anthony Hopkins.
Correct.
All right. Yes.
And who did he play?
He played Hannibal Lecter.
Oh.
I got all 3.
That's
all
15
3.
points.
That's
There we
pretty
go.
good. You guys
It's
gotta give
15
me a
has
high
to work
five.
hard to
That's
come back
I
right now.
remembered 3
That's
freaking
15
names. All right, so now I think
He's
how
at
much-
35.
There we go.
Joe,
Look
you
at
better
that.
start working.
Okay,
I
that's
don't know
all
how
it
you got it
takes
so
is
fast.
one.
You got so many right, all right in a row.
All right.
That's
Joey,
pretty good.
this is yours.
All right.
Said booty traps. You mean booby traps? That's what I said, booby traps.
Oh.
That's my all-time favorite
All right. So
movie
obviously
still,
I
since
have. I don't know the actor's name. That's
That's
what's
my
like. All right.
favorite
So
movie. Nobody knows his name.
it's
my favorite movie. I didn't know his
It's
name.
obviously Goonies.
Yes.
And
Yes.
is his name Data? Is that his
Yes,
name?
Data is who he
Data
plays.
is who he plays, right?
Yes.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
that's-
know
He has
the
an
actor's
American name followed by a very ethnic name.
Yeah.
His name is Jonathan K. Kwan.
Oh wow. Okay. Fair enough.
So Joey, you're really trailing, dude. That's only
I know.
2 points.
Yeah, well,
24 to
that's
Joe's
20
35.
Sometimes it
Weird.
pays to
You'll
not
get
have a
murdered.
memory.
I don't know how you did that. But you did that. That's
Again,
incredible.
as I said, and Alexa knows this already, that I
All
play
right.
that card all the time.
Yeah.
And it
The
pays
last
off
2 is
all the
like
time.
Final Jeopardy. Each question's worth 10.
All right. There we go. Fair
right.
enough.
All right, Joe, you ready?
Yes.
Okay. Was that a trick question?
Yeah. It was.
Kind of was.
All right, you ready? Okay, good.
I was
Good.
waiting for it to come to the
Bad.
surface.
I'm the guy with the gun.
Love that movie too.
Oh God.
Good. Bad. I'm the guy with the gun.
Good, bad. I'm the guy with the gun.
10 points each correct answer.
Damn. Oh man, it's tough.
I don't know. I'm going to take just a swing for the fences.
Wow, it's tough.
I'm going to say Clint Eastwood.
No.
All right, so then I don't know.
Joey?
I'll pass
Wow.
it to Joey.
Shop smart.
Yeah.
Shop S
Hey,
smart.
there doesn't need any hints.
Okay, sorry.
That's
you're
a tough one, man.
I need the hints,
Shop smart. Shop
and
S
I need
smart.
like a some sort of shot. Can you bring some like medicine the next time you do this thing from the place you work at? Help my memory.
Yeah, because
I
you
don't
know
think
we
have
all.
anything that powerful.
Rob works at a experimental, medical testing facility
You
where
know
he
that-
he has like
does
limitless pills.
He
Yeah,
does-
that's
So it's
right,
like
we are doing
limitless.
that.
That's what he,
He does X.
I don't
I have
that
no
one.
idea on this one, Rob. I have no clue.
Okay, that is the awesome movie Army of Darkness.
Oh,
it's
by Bruce Campbell,
Oh, I have
who
no
plays
clue.
Ash. Oh my!
Oh, well, I've
You've
never,
seen
it.
that?
Never seen that.
Oh, Joey, you're missing out.
Yeah?
Joey never either.
Never
Nope.
heard of it. Never
That's
seen
the
it.
third in a series of awesome movies,
Yeah?
man. Oh,
Oh,
my
shit.
God, Army! Oh, I love it. That's
All
the
right.
Evil Dead series.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
Ash
Okay.
vs. the Evil Dead, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My
Well,
turn?
that's much later, but
Oh, okay,
that's a
fair
show.
enough.
the original ones were by Sam Raimi.
Oh yeah.
Spider-Man,
Spider-Man
Sam
1 and
Raimi,
2 and 3.
These were like their original movies. Corny, Cabin in the Woods.
Yeah.
Horror comedy.
Fair enough.
Mad gore and silly like one-liners.
Yeah.
All right, definitely something to check out.
Okay.
All right, last one, Joe. You're up.
Yeah, it's 35-10, right? Or 35-15.
I think I'm up right now.
No, he's definitely still.
No, because that was the Army of Darkness was yours.
Okay, but we have to give him.
Fair enough.
No
all right.
chance of winning.
All right.
No. Joey's down by
I
like
am
20
down by a
points
decent
now.
amount, by about 10,
So,
12 points. I'm down.
Let's
by.
try.
We'll
Let's
see.
give
These
it
are
to
worth 10
Joey.
each, though.
All right. Well.
And it was yours, by the way.
All right. Let's. You know.
All right.
Whatever.
Ready? Whoever knows it.
All right.
I drink your milkshake. I drink it up.
But the question: Are you? If you can get any of them, I'll let you get it.
Okay, it's There Will Be Blood.
Oh wow. Okay.
It is Daniel Day-Lewis.
Wow.
he's gonna win.
Holy shit, he's got it.
That's 10 each.
And I don't know necessarily the
He's at
person he played.
45.
It is Daniel. Daniel.
This is worth.
Daniel.
This is worth 21 points.
It is Daniel Boone. I got nothing.
Daniel's correct.
Yeah, Daniel's correct. I know that.
Daniel Plainview.
We'll give him half the points then.
Daniel Plainview.
Man, you almost tied it with the 21 points.
That's 11 points. You give him 11 points. That's half. We'll give him
That's
half
pretty good. Dad, you beat me fair and square.
I did.
You beat me fair and square.
Joe pulls
I-
out a tie
I
race,
am
46 to 35.
Fair and square,
You
Dad.
totally won that.
All right.
I'm going to be promoting this podcast to
Good
all
job,
of my friends
Joe.
to show them just how badly I beat you in this game.
Yeah.
You really dragged him through the mud. What an embarrassment. All right, so that
All right,
concludes
well-
our little trivia quiz for this one. Next time, we'll make it a little more fair. We'll think things that Joe thinks of during the day. We'll play
Yeah.
that.
I don't think of
You'll
much.
have an advantage.
You can obviously see that I don't think of very much.
All right, so I think we're getting pretty close to the end.
Yeah, I think so.
Let's go to our we're gonna do our what's on your Google.
Yeah, we'll do that this week. Why not? We've done it every episode. We got to kind of maintain our routine,
Might
right?
have might
I don't know if I'm going to be able to get mine this week because I'm kind of using my thing right now. But let's see if I can sort of figure it out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? Wait, while we're looking at it, I did want to just mention: has anyone been looking at any kind of football news? I kind of been starting to think about it a little bit because it's July. Before August comes, we're really already planning for our fantasy football, right?
Yeah. Yes, exactly.
I've been looking at the Giants. What?
Dude.
The F.
There's nothing left of the Giants.
There's nothing.
Have you guys
mean,
seen it?
Yeah.
The receiving core is like decimated.
They're almost not a team anymore.
All they have left now is Golden Tate, and now Golden Tate is being brought up on charges of something.
Yeah,
He's gonna be
4-game
thrown out
suspension.
because he took supposedly
Fertility
some
drug?
sort of fertility drug, and it's coming up as steroids.
As some kind of steroids.
Fertility drug.
And
Yeah.
he's
I mean,
fighting
listen.
it, so we don't know the outcome
Well,
yet.
he's fighting, trying to get pregnant, which is like, I mean, I think men should be allowed to be able to not get pregnant.
It's
I think
2019. We have to make it's our body.
It's
The worst
listen,
thing that could possibly happen is Golden Tate's going down, grabs a great pass from whoever it is.
And then he
that's
goes
gonna be
into
the
labor.
quarterback at the time. He goes
Yeah.
into labor
Yeah.
right before he gets
What are
the
you gonna do?
touchdown.
It's not fair.
That would be our luck as
that
Giant
would
fans.
be
That would
our-
happen. It would be during like the last game of the
the
season.
Super
when
Bowl
it's
winning catch.
Yeah, and it happens, and they're not getting into the Super
Yeah,
Bowl.
exactly.
Did you guys
You know,
see the little
but-
shots fired, by the way, between Eli Manning
Odell
and OBJ?
Beckham? Yes. Yeah.
Who do you think won that little exchange?
Eli, I think, won that shit, man. Eli.
I think so too.
People think
But
Eli's
hey,
retarded, but Eli's
how
got some
happy are
good
we
shit.
as Giant fans to be rid of that freaking idiot?
I can't watch any more of any of so
Now
I've
it's-
already seen on Twitter now most
now it's
times.
the Browns'
Oh,
problem.
Cleveland Browns, get ready for more of these, and it's Odell Beckham's one-handed catches that he doesn't practice.
Yeah.
They used to always do on the Giants.
Yeah.
And I'm just so
He is
sick to
probably
see it
gonna
now.
have a pretty good year.
I'm sure that he probably
I'm
will
pretty
with
sure he's
Baker
gonna light it up,
Mayfield.
yeah.
Yeah.
I can't hate on that, but
I wonder if Jarvis Landry's going to take some catches away from him, man. You got to expect that Jarvis Landry's going to take some shit away.
Yeah,
but I thought that when Golden Tate used to play with Megatron,
Yeah, right.
that he would get all the double coverage and he would get him, but he had like one catch per 4 games.
But Calvin Johnson was like a generational talent, man.
Yeah.
That guy was and even better
Yeah,
than
but
Odell.
so he
I
should have been
think.
taking those double coverages.
Well, here's the thing.
leaving him open.
Well, you know what? It's not going to be a Calvin Johnson situation because Odell Beckham only plays 6 games out of 16.
You
during the
can,
year
I know
anyway.
you say that a lot, but
And
I
I
still
do because
don't
it's
believe
freaking
it.
true.
I
He
don't
won't
know,
play.
man.
I guarantee you, he will not play for the Cleveland Browns more than 9 games. I
Those
guarantee you.
Those little shots.
We'll see.
If he plays 10 games next year,
Yeah.
I'll give both you guys $5.
All right, fair enough.
All right.
There you go. $5 is pretty good. That's a freaking.
Right.
If he
That's
plays how many games?
$5.
If he plays
isn't
9
that-
out of
wha-
16
what's a
games
box
next
meal at
year.
Taco Bell right now? It's like $5, right?
You get a $5 foot long.
Yeah. You go.
All right, I'll buy both you guys a box meal at
There we go.
Taco
Yes,
Bell.
that's
All
better.
right,
That's
that's
Odell
ideal.
Beckham plays 10 full
No, not
games for
10.
the season.
We're
If
gonna
he play-
eat
I
it
said
on
if
the
he plays
podcast.
more than 9.
You play more than 9.
Okay, then
So
that
play
is 10.
10.
Your
That's 10, yeah.
your mathematics is incredible.
I've been
we go.
studying.
I don't say that enough,
Been
do I?
working on it.
No, you don't.
All right. All right.
But
so
here's
I
the
wanna
other
get
thing.
on
Now
track,
the Giants have lost Corey Coleman.
Right.
Corey Coleman might be out for the season.
Our tight end is still good though, right?
Well,
Oh.
Corey Coleman, they dropped down to like the practice squad.
Well,
that
yeah.
guy. No, so I'm not even worried about him. So obviously the big one, obviously, is Golden Tate missing. He's basically going to miss the first 4 games of the season. Sterling Shepard broke his thumb.
Yeah, but I think he's only out for a couple of weeks. It's not a big.
Well,
deal.
he said he's hoping to be back because he said he
As far
broke.
as-
Apparently, he broke the top or the
Yeah,
tip
it's
of the
not a
thumb,
bad injury, from
which
what I
is
understand.
supposedly
He might
not,
be
you know,
okay,
I think it's
because-
important, but it's not, the most vital
Right.
part of the thumb. So anyway, yeah, he's saying he's going to follow along with whatever the Giants are telling him to do, but he hopes to be ready by week 1, if not for practice before then.
Yeah. So
But
I mean,
Evan
there's
Ingram,
no-
man, he seems to be the only guy.
Dude, just like
I don't
last
know
year.
what
Evan
else to
Ingram
say.
was held out of practice, which the team said was part of managing his workload.
Yeah.
So I don't
How
know
about,
what that.
Speaking about workload, what about Saquon Barkley? Is his legs going to fall off this
Dude,
year?
I think we've
Well,
been saying they're going to run him into
They
the
ought to
ground.
just, I think they're just going to leave him sitting on the side, and then when the season starts, they're just going to keep handing the ball to him,
Every
and then they're
down.
just going to have everybody block for him as he goes down the field, and that's the Giants' strategy this year.
Exactly.
Because they really don't have anybody else. I mean, who do they have? They're like touting. If you look at Giants,
They made a couple signings to some guys I never earlier heard of.
I've never heard of ever.
They were like they're going to relieve the woes of the wide receiver. I don't know who these people. Even
no,
are.
they're
Yeah.
who knows? They're all just obscure players, and the Giants really don't have anybody. They don't have anybody. There's nobody. I don't understand the Giants. They
Yeah.
really have nobody.
It's not even worth looking at our Google search feeds this week. I guarantee you they're all Giants related because I think that for all of us, we've been.
that's
There's
what
been
it was.
so
No.
much big.
Or else-
There's been so many big. I don't know. It's
What do
devastating.
you think
it's
mine
devastating.
are?
I can tell you right now. I know what
Some
mine
kind
are
of
because
Val
it's
Cruz.
the top 2 are the Giants, and the other one is the UFC. 240 was this past weekend. Max Holloway, who's my favorite UFC fighter currently, he won. I was very happy to see that. Yeah, I mean, it's just I don't know. It's hard for me right now to get into. I'm happy to be into I'm happy to be in New York and be a Yankees fan because right now Yankees fans are doing pretty well.
Although we
Yeah,
did get
watching
plowed
they
by
do.
Boston.
They have an
again.
8-game.
Just that.
They have an 8-game lead over Tampa Bay right now.
We just
in
got
the
hammered
American
3 games in a row
League
by
East.
Boston. Though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why
I
they
just
do
hate
that. It's like
losing
the
that.
worst thing.
Yeah.
That's the worst thing that could possibly happen.
Right.
I mean, the Yankees are definitely, obviously, 8 games in front of. They're actually the Boston is in second place. Tampa Bay is 8.5 games back.
LeMahieu got injured too.
Okay.
Toronto's,
And he was leading
Toronto
the
Blue
American
Jays.
League for hits.
Wow.
Toronto Blue Jays are 27 games behind the first place team. So
There you go.
Listen,
They're
honestly,
not
as a
out
Yankee
of it
fan,
yet.
no, they're
all
not
I-
out of it yet. They just got to work really hard.
Just a bit outside.
So,
the only person I really, the only team I really ever worry about is stupid ass Boston.
but you know what the
Yeah.
funny thing
They
is?
can get like 6 dogs and 3 nobodies and we'd still be in a game.
And
Right.
Boston probably they have an 8-game lead, and only because they just beat the Yankees down. Like what?
Yeah.
You know,
Badly
Yeah.
though.
it's really crazy. But
So then, what do you got for your top 3, Dad? We'll go through it real quick.
all right.
Yeah.
So my top
We're
3
getting
are
out-
weird
we're-
this
we're
week.
getting
Actually,
upwards
I
of an
have
hour and a half now.
I have Royal Caribbean ship getting 165 million makeover. We'll have the tallest slide at sea, and that is probably the ship that I'm going on next year because they're
There we go.
modifying
The
the
Oasis.
Oasis,
The
of the
Oasis
Seas.
of the Seas.
And then I have these weird ones because
Yeah.
I haven't really been searching these, but something about timeshares. I keep getting these timeshare ones. I have a
Timeshare?
timeshare, but I haven't been searching about timeshare. It's about all these things about getting rid of your timeshare.
Oh, that's
All right?
ironic.
But I haven't been searching on how to get rid of your timeshare, so I don't know why it's
That's
there.
weird.
And then Amelia Clark beams as she bears hug with former Game of
what's
Thrones
his name?
co-star
Oh boy.
Friggin' Fishman or whatever. his name.
Oh.
Jason
Momoa.
Momoa.
Oh, really?
I'd have his 40th birthday. Now I've been getting a lot
What
of
a
things about
high-quality
the.
actor.
He's
I've been
40. God, he looks good for 40.
I've been looking
Holy
at-
shit.
Too bad his movies don't look good.
I've
Yeah,
been looking.
exactly.
I've been looking into the spin-offs for Arya, Arya Starks, and they're supposed to be a spin-off from Game of Thrones for her. And I guess they know that I'm a Game, or at least they think that I'm a Game of Thrones fan after having
Yeah.
seen season 8. that is not the case anymore. But I wouldn't mind seeing that. That would probably be a great thing to see, an Arya Stark type spin-off.
She was my favorite.
Yeah, she was one of my favorites too.
Yep.
So that's mine.
All right, so Rob, what do you got?
Yeah, mine are nothing that you wouldn't imagine. Jason Momoa weighs in after stepdaughter Zoe Kravitz reveals her husband's bright pink hairstyle.
That's his stepdaughter?
So you have
Holy
the same
shit.
thing?
She's married to Lisa Bonet, I believe.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah.
Wow. Holy shit. I didn't know that.
Yeah, they've been
What the
together for
hell?
a long time.
No shit. That's awesome.
She has to be older than him by a bit, though.
Yeah, it has to be, right? A little bit. Not by much, but
Cosby's.
maybe like,
God,
yeah.
Yeah, check that out. You'll soon be able to run Android on your Nintendo Switch.
Oh, Nintendo Switch.
There we go.
Now, if it's an Android, I'm going to actually get the Nintendo Switch
I
now.
can't help saying I have been
Because
into that.
Apple sucks.
Oh.
Sorry,
Yet
but it
another
does.
sponsor down.
I can't wait.
And
Apple
I
has
can't wait to get rid of my
knocking at the door
Apple
to
iPhone. If you
sponsor
think
us.
Apple's a
Another-
good phone,
another
you are an
sponsor.
idiot because Apple sucks.
Wow, look at you. Now you're attacking
I'm
our
going back
viewers.
to. I'm going
Straight up,
back.
you're straight up
Well,
knocking
I
the
just
You go
viewers.
with
I'm
that
sorry. I think
antagonistic reporter style.
I
over
am,
there.
but the
exactly.
Apple iPhone is a garbage phone. I'm sorry.
All right.
All right.
So a Nintendo Switch.
Except for
Switch.
the camera. The camera's
I
awesome.
have been playing Dragon Builders 2 Builder's Quest. That is freaking awesome. There's the mining and building aspect, which reminded me a lot of Minecraft, which I never liked.
Yeah.
But there's the actual Dragon Quest portion, like the old school Dragon Quest games for Nintendo and Super Nintendo. Anyway, if you're into that kind of thing, check it out.
All right. Well,
And
like
of
I
course,
said-
Yankees and Red Sox. Nothing to talk about there.
No, and
Right.
I wish there was, but
Yeah.
unfortunately there literally is nothing because it's devastating.
Yes.
I'll be going to a Yankee game on August 19th, so if you're going to be there, hit us up. Loosely Related Podcast. Come meet me.
We'll wear
I have
our
no idea where
hats.
I'm sitting yet. I'll wear my Loosely Related Podcast
Do you know
merchandise.
Where are they playing?
I have no idea yet. Honestly, I'm not even sure. I couldn't even tell you. Yeah, we got tickets somehow. My cousin got tickets. He invited me, my dad, and my brother to go. We're going to be going there.
What's
Pretty
that,
excited
Brian,
about that. Yeah, my cousin Brian got tickets. But in the meantime, I think that's it's going to be about it for us here.
That's it for me.
Right,
Joe, you have anything?
I'm good.
Anything you want to tell them? Anywhere to hit you up?
Well, okay. If you guys want to freaking get in touch with us, you can hit us up on Apple Podcasts. You can hit us up on Google Play Music. We were also located on Spotify. If you'd like to leave us a message or ask us a question or have any requests for the show, you can hit us up at looselyrelated.podcast.com. Or if you'd like to tweet us, we're at LR Podcast, P-O-C-A-S-T, on Twitter. And we'd love to hear from you. So please don't hesitate. We'd love to hear from you guys. We can't be who we are without you guys. So
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And definitely
Help
be sure
us
to
out.
follow us on YouTube, too. We now have even better quality video each episode. We're doing that for you guys. That's not for us because we don't want to see ourselves on camera.
No.
So believe me, that is for you guys.
hit the subscribe and the
Uh,
like and
yeah.
pass it on to your friends and your family.
All right.
If you like this, please subscribe and keep following us. We love what we do, and we hope you love it too. Also, a little side note, Ridley Scott's probably directing our next episode.
I hope so.
Little, yeah, there you go. A little
It's going to be
preview
a
of the next episode.
Lawrence
Very good.
Fishman theme.
Bye,
There we
guys.
go.
Have an
All
awesome
right.
day.
Bye-bye.
Have a good one, guys.